Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. We got the Valero Alamo Bowl. All right, we got Oklahoma, we got Oregon. I don't know how things are going to play out. A lot of the guys have COVID or in COVID protocol. Guys like Kayvon Thibodeau are sitting out for the NFL draft. I don't really know what to expect. I just hope that we don't get blown out. This is the last game of the year, so you bet your ass I'm going to be here in the building. Let's go, baby. Go Ducks. I don't know how, we're going to start off fast. We're going to start off slow. I'm just hoping that Caleb Williams just doesn't dominate us out there. Hopefully we can put on a decent show tonight. Hopefully we don't get embarrassed. But this is really the thing that's on right now. If you just watched the Clemson game, that was a good one, them in Iowa State. Now we got Oklahoma and Oregon in the Valero Alamo Bowl. And I don't know how many people are really going to be live streaming it, let alone big Duck fans like myself. Let's go. Hey, Will the Thrill in the building. What to do? Sarah Small in the building. Matt Payton in the building. What to do? Sarah, let's go. We got to find a way to get this done. I just hope that it's entertaining. I hope that it's not a blowout. I mean, if I'm going to be, grinding on here for, 3-4 hours, I just hope that we don't get blown out by 14, 21, 24, 30. I mean, I know we're going to fight, but with the Mario Cristobal departure and having guys like this guy on the screen right now, Anthony Brown, the LeBron lookalike, which I'm not really a fan of. I mean, at least we end up, having some transfers come over. We're going to end up being better next year, but it was still a good season for us Duck fans. It almost doesn't feel like a good season. When you end up getting dominated by Utah twice, I don't care. I mean, the Ohio State win at the beginning of the year was great. Beating the Beavers was always great. All right, UW, that's great. You're beating all the rivals. But when you get embarrassed, on national TV against Utah, and then you play them again, in the Pac-12 championship, and then you lose again, and it's embarrassing. So if we win, I will be speechless. Hey, but that's why we're here. I got the Black Mamba custom DeAnthony Thomas jersey on. Hopefully we get a little speed out there. Hopefully a little bit of luck. I'm excited. Let's go, baby. See what we can do tonight. Sarah Small in the building. Matt Payton in the building, all the way from Hawaii. Will the Thrill in the building, all the way from Scotland. My boy. What to do? Sarah Small says Mercedes Martinez is AEW. Nice. I haven't got a chance to watch AEW because I've been focusing on college football. Nathaniel Mars, hope you enjoy your game and hope you do well. Thanks, man. This might get very ugly and very ugly quick, but I just got to pray that we play a little bit better. This is it. No more LeBron James lookalike, and this is the last game for him, and then we are done. Yeah. And then we're going to have, Ty Thompson. We got boy coming over from Auburn, the QB. So we'll see what happens. It should be better next year. Will the Thrill, Air Whitey in the building. Let's go. Let's go. Oh. Whoa. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Number 14, Oregon, 10-3 versus number 16, Oklahoma, 10-2. It's really the story of two teams that I feel that are kind of in opposite lengths of the spectrum. All right. Oregon, we didn't really know how good we were going to be this year. And then obviously we got, into the playoff picture, but then getting embarrassed by Utah twice wasn't fun. All right. This team is pretty legit. So it's like, they might be ranked 16th, but I think they're a little low on that kind of spectrum there. And a lot of people that will be watching Utah and Ohio State in the Rose Bowl, don't be surprised if, Utah comes out there and handles the business. Ohio State obviously is a great team, but we'll see where it goes. 1st down and 10. Come on, Ducks. Caleb with the play action fake. Throwing it out of bounds. Let's go. Let's go, baby. Oh, the last game of the year. It's always bittersweet. You know, regardless if you're in a bowl game or you're not, halfback toss, get him. And the one thing that really kind of worries me about the game is going to be the defense. You know, can the defense hang? Can we stop the run? Can we stop the pass? Can we even play defense? No Kayvon Thibodeau, so it's going to be interesting. A lot of these backups are in. We have a lot of guys out tonight, so there will be an opportunity for guys to step up and hopefully find a way to get in the end zone a few times and not get embarrassed. That's my main thing. If we lose, just don't get embarrassed on national TV. Shotgun set. Caleb Williams, he's a baller. Wish we had a Caleb Williams on Oregon. Good defense there. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. I did not expect them to start off with like a 3-and-out or even play any kind of smudge of defense. So this is a good sign. I mean, we need points. We need to hopefully, it's like I hope they got motivated like when Mario Cristobal motivated them when we went to the shoe against Ohio State, because obviously no Kayvon Thibodeau, no Justin Flo. We had a lot of guys out. We were supposed to lose by 30, and somehow, some way we won that game. Shanked punt, almost blocked. Oh, decent punt right there. That actually went a lot farther than I thought it was. All right, let's see what we can do on offense. That's kind of our bugaboo, right? Offense, we don't really got one. No wide receivers going to the NFL. No tight ends going to the NFL. We did have CJ NFL Verdell. He got hurt. So we got Travis Dye. So, but I don't know if Travis Dye and all these others. I know they're gonna go over the starting lineups here and who's playing and who's not. But I did notice that there is a lot of people not playing today for the Ducks. So it's like we weren't very good to begin with, and then we don't have all our guys out there full strength. Come on, Anthony. There we go. Guess who? Anthony Brown, the LeBron lookalike to Travis Dye. Let's go. That's a good sign. He completed his first pass. Yes. Okay. That's a lot better than some of the other games that I've seen. Let's go. You guys keep me posted on AEW Dynamite, which I'd be watching right now as well. Let's go. Let's go. Go, go, go. Woo! Maybe we will play good today. Maybe. Like Orion's doing the game. We have to be able to either talk shit to him and say how bad his Ducks are, all right, or we're going to root for him to pull off the upset and try to actually end the season on a good note. If you're a fan of college football, a fan of me, you know how important Oregon Duck football is to me, as well as Tampa Bay Buccaneers, the NFL in general, and AEW. I mean, those are like bang, bang, bang in the priority list. You feel me? We got the Valero Alamo Bowl, number 14, Oregon versus number 16, Oklahoma. Live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Oh, no. Oh, no. Picked off. I should have known better. Fuck. God damn it. Anthony Brown tries to zip one in there. Flick of the wrist. And then what happens? Tips up in the air. Maybe if the defense can hold them, but make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ ORION NWSF on the YouTube Super Chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram at NW Sports Fanatics. Well, fucking A, huh? I mean, just when I was like, okay, Odin's son in the building, Nathaniel Marsh is going to, bring me a little bit of luck. And the thing is, if you're on YouTube, I'm probably the most well-known Buccaneer fan on YouTube, and I'm also probably the biggest super fan on YouTube of the Oregon Ducks. So, it's kind of nice to have that originality. There's a lot of other, fans of different teams out there, but there's no one really that covers the Bucks like me or the Oregon Ducks. And sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes it's a bad thing. I mean, just depending on how we are. But let me make some adjustments here. I don't even want to bring up Anthony Brown HD pictures or anything like that. Maybe I'll try to find a nice one for Travis Dye. He might be the only one that's worthy besides like Kayvon Thibodeau, but he's not playing tonight. Health insurance doesn't cover. Is an official sponsor of ESPN College Game Day. Since being the first to make wipers over a century. Oh man, oh man. All kinds of weather. Torrential downpours, gale force winds, wintry blasts, even when it's raining cats and dogs. Who came up with that phrase anyway? Oh, there we go. My boy starting it off, dude. Thank you so much. Odin's son getting it started off, dude. Dude, thank you, man. Thank you. Because, I mean, anytime I end up doing, a college football game, sometimes the donations are good. Sometimes they're, minimal. You know what I mean? Because obviously I do usually mostly NFL. But I figure, if I end up doing college football, regardless of the bowl games, or if I do wrestling, I mean, the donations still should trickle in, here and there. You're going to watch me get pissed. You're going to watch me have fun. You're going to watch me in agony. You're going to see me enjoy. Look at this right here. My boy. Thank you, brother. All right. Bang! Odin, son. $20 dono on the Cash App. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, my dude. Thank you for getting it started off on a good note. I appreciate you very much. And I might need that. I got the wild elderberry gummies right here. I might need to take some after all those interceptions and fumbles and anything that's going to be, happening. So we'll have to wait and see. But hey, a nice, not $1, not $2, not $3, not $4, not $5, but $20. That's love, man. I appreciate you very, very much. There's certain people that always consistently come through. Odin Son, Sarah Small, Holly Hundo, usually Shep when he can. And a lot of y'all as well. And I appreciate that. Air Whitey, Will the Thrill. I mean, obviously, it just depends on if you can afford it or if you can't. But like I said, for all the time and the energy and the effort and the grind and the film and the reading, appreciate you guys very, very much. Love you. Appreciate you. All right, let's try to get past that fucking turnover. Come on, Ducks. Nice little screen pass there for a gain of a couple. This is going to be tough, man. I won't lie. This might get really fucking ugly, really fucking quick, but I'm just hoping that the defense can find a way to at least be, I don't know, halfway motivated to not just get fucking blown out. Like, play with some pride, okay? Come on, baby. This is the last game of the year, right? This is the last fucking game. False start on the offense. I like that. Scoreboard will be updated down below on the ticker, as well as anything that pops up on the screen as well. 0-0 first quarter. We had a nice 3 and out, right? I didn't think our defense was going to come to play today. No Kayvon Thibodeau. Then we get the ball, couple good runs, couple good screen passes, and then we throw a tipped interception. I'm not sure if that was really Anthony Brown's fault. I mean, he threw it with a lot of zip. Maybe it was behind the receiver. I never got to see a second angle or an instant replay, but it got tipped in the air. You had 4 fucking Boomer Sooners, just chilling, waiting to gobble it up. Yum, 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 yum. Give me that pick, right? They're just waiting for the pick. Got it. And now we're back on defense. So a lot of youngins out there, a lot of freshmen and sophomores, juniors, a lot of guys that haven't played a whole lot this year based off the people that we're missing today. COVID protocol, NFL draft. But this guy's the man right here, Caleb Williams. Let's go. Hit him. There we go. Don't let him get that fucking first down. Let's go, baby. What's good? Nola in the building. Will the Thrill in the building. Odin San in the building. What to do? Matt Payton, your game is delayed. You have ESPN, my dude? I have that link too, but and maybe we'll get a little bit of luck for the Oregon Ducks. One of my really good friends, Brett Fuge, lost his best friend just a couple days ago. And this guy was young, and it was like, I think there was like blockage in his arteries. The guy was like around my age. We all went to high school together. I ended up talking to him on the phone, and he definitely was emotional. I mean, this was like his best friend, like their families, their kids. He was just, it's his number one, you know what I mean? And just unexpectedly said it, called his wife and said he had some chest pains. He was supposed to go over there, my boy Brett. I went to the Ducks game, with him just a few years ago. And then the wife came home, and I guess like he just couldn't make it, and they tried to revive him. And then he actually, I think my boy went there and actually got to see, his buddy. Got to see his buddy there, but before they took him away, obviously that might be kind of a traumatic moment. Seeing your best friend, not alive in front of you, and having to be able to say some last words and try to move on. And it's not going to be easy. But I told him, if you need anything, you can call me. You can come over. You want to drink a beer? You want to smoke some weed? You want to get together? And this guy's a really good guy. So I really want to, one of my best friends and good friends, Brett Fuge. Shout out, man. Like I said, I hope things get better. And there's going to be a little memorial thing, I know, on Friday. And I went to Canby High School and Aloha High School, and my dad was a teacher at Canby. And he was there for, 20, 30 years, room number 420, the most liked teacher in the school, was there for a long, long time. Room number 420 got stolen every year. Obviously, you know why. But just all the memories, you know what I mean? And it's just crazy when you hear about someone passing away that's that young, like not even 40, you know what I mean? Like 38, 39, 40, 41, like not even that old, you know what I mean? And it's just a sad time. But like I said, I'm going to be there for my boy. And if he needs anything, he might even hop in the stream at some point. I know he's watching the game over at the family's house. And like I said, I might have to do something special. You know what I mean? Maybe try to, raise some money, because I wasn't personally really close with Matt, the guy that passed away, but my boy Brett, that was his best friend. So anytime that I can lend a helping hand or support, the family, I know they got 2 kids. Obviously the wife is going to have to, get help. And she's got a lot of friends and family in the community. So I know that she'll be okay, the best that she can be okay with everything that happens. So hopefully everything ends up being better in time. It's not going to be okay. So we'll have to kind of wait and see. But this one's for Matt. You know what I mean? So if somehow, some way, you know what I mean, we end up winning this game today, rest in peace, Matt Stutzman. If you can find a way to maybe give us some, Oregon Duck from the heavens up there. You know what I mean? You were definitely went way too quick. And I hate it when I hear about, family members or friends or anyone that passes away, whether it's suicide, whether it ends up being a car accident, or, clogged arteries, or you just there was blockage. I think my boy said that he had 90% blockage in the arteries or whatever. And it's not like he was a big boy or anything like that. I think he had back surgery. Probably could have ate a little bit better. But I mean, if you're, kind of on the couch and you're workman's comp or whatever the situation is, I mean, I don't eat the healthiest. I probably should be eating better after hearing stuff like this. But I mean, I got diabetes in the family too, so I really got to be careful. But prayers up, Matt Stutzman. Go Ducks. He was a big Duck fan, just like me and my boy Brett. Let's win this one for him, or at least be competitive for him. Let's make him proud. Let's go. 4th down and 2. Caleb Williams, shotgun set. They're going for it. They say, fuck it. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. First down, Sooners. Heather's in the building. What to do? Sarah Small in the building. Nola's in the building. Jamison Mays in the building. Nathan Dotson in the building. What to do? Yeah, I know, man. And I know, sometimes when money's there, you can do it. If you're in a pinch, I mean, like I said, you got to pay bills, take care of your kids, pay rent. But when you can, start throwing those, 20s and the 30s and the 40s and the 50s and the hundos around, it makes a huge difference. Because, I mean, let's be honest, if you didn't donate to start it off like that, the $20, I mean, who knows where it's going to go. And it's almost like a snowball effect. When one person donates, usually it starts the ball and it starts to, get the donation ball rolling. So I appreciate you, man, very, very much. Yeah, I wish I could just send you over a couple boxes of this shit. I'm going to have a couple here in a second. Shotgun set. Caleb Williams. Hands off. Good defense by the Ducks right there. There we go. Pull him down. Almost didn't get the noti. Yeah, well, a lot of times, people don't get my fucking notifications. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just a frustrating thing, but hey, I'm going to keep grinding it out. Over 20,000 subs. I'm very proud of that. Next goal is 25. You know what I mean? I got about 3.4 to 3.5 million views, which is amazing, but I'm nowhere near content. Okay. I want to get towards that 5 and 10 million mark. Over 100,000 hours of blood, sweat, and tears put into the channel. I got a Grossi collab coming up with Packers and Bucks when we play each other in the playoffs. Life is good. Things are going to take off for the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Nice little check down. Ooh. Try to give him a little shimmy and a little shake right there. A little shake and bake. But the Ducks got the tackle, but guess what? First down, Sooners. This is going to be tough. I almost contemplated not doing this particular game Not that I'll take wins and I'll take losses. But when you have a lot of guys out due to COVID protocol, no Kayvon Thibodeau, your quarterback's not very good, you're probably going to get smashed by like 30. You know what I mean? Like, it sucks when you know that more than likely you're going to lose, unless we get a little luck, from Matt in heaven. You know what I mean? Maybe we can get a little bit of luck. But, I mean, everything points on paper and in the film that this is going to get ugly, and it might get ugly quick, but we'll see. Snap Boy in the building. What a deal. Jameis Mason, Nathaniel Marsh, Will the Thrill, Odin, son. Yeah, rest in peace to John Madden as well. Funny thing is, as the guy's a Raiders fan too, or he was, in heaven. So he was Raiders and Ducks. Touchdown, Sooners. Damn it. Just like that, huh? Kennedy Brooks. Who's better than Kennedy? Who's better than Canyon? Nobody. Kennedy. Man. Yeah. Snap Boy, I'm hoping so too. But yeah, it was just kind of ironic. John Madden passes and then my boy passes. Man. Tough. Adam Baum. Yeah, of course, man. We got crushed, dude. Extra point is up. No good. That's a little Matt Stutzman from heaven. He said, wide left, wide right. Push it over, baby. Hey, I'll take anything. Kennedy. Oh, man. Let's just find a way to stay competitive. You know what I mean? If I'm going to sit through the game and we're going to get fucking crushed, you know what I mean? Just let's play with some respect. Let's play with pride. Let's play with like heart. You know what I mean? Obviously, we got Dan Lanning coming in, defensive coordinator from Georgia. Things are going to be looking probably a little bit brighter next year. I mean, obviously, it's going to take some time for chemistry and getting everything, I guess, just the continuity, the chemistry. You know what I mean? We'll see. Bo Chapman-Nix, though. Bo Nix, the Auburn transfer. I feel bad for Ty Thompson because he's kind of waiting in line. He probably should have started this year for us instead of Anthony Brown, but Anthony Brown is a senior. So you can't really disrespect a guy that's a senior like that. But the Utah losses mean more to me than the Ohio State, Oregon State, UW wins. All the wins were great. That Ohio State game was great. UCLA against Chip was great. Against Oregon State was great. But when you're used to a certain standard and you're such a hardcore fan, I go to the games, I sit front row behind the duck bench, you know what I mean? I tailgate, I'm doing the live streaming, I buy the gear, I watch the games. I've been watching since the 80s. It's like those losses by Utah are like just drilled into my fucking brain, just the embarrassment. So all the other losses, God, you know what I mean? I just go back and think of all the tough losses that we've had over the years. And even the wins, I'm like, that Ohio State win was great. But, I mean, I don't know, man. I would have rather lost that game and won the Pac-12 championship and at least got revenge instead of just getting smoked twice. The Ohio State win was great for us on the road too. But, man, just those Utah losses. And they were so close to each other. It's like, oh, you saw Oregon get their ass kicked? Oh, let's play again in the Pac-12 championship. And then the same thing happened again. It was just, it's rough. But, if you're a fan of college football, NFL, MLB, NBA, you know the grind, you know what I mean? Sometimes your team is good. Sometimes your team gets fucking crushed. But let's just find a way. Let's just find a way to at least be competitive. So at least I'm not one of those crazy Duck fans that thinking that, we're like the best team in the nation and we're going to win all these natties. Like the goal ultimately is to bring a natty to Oregon. But I don't know if we're good enough. You know what I mean? Like with Dan Lanning coming over, maybe we can get enough recruiting and, a good enough squad to maybe compete. I know we can get there. We've gotten there a couple times. But when we get there, we just can't get it done. Cam Newton and Auburn. And, I mean, that was the year that we should have won. Back in 2010. That was our year. That was our year to win. And then obviously we went with Mariota. But it's like you gotta have a lot of fucking 5-star, 4-star guys or 3-star guys that are talented, and it's tough to compete with the big boys. Whether that be an Oklahoma or a Clemson or a Georgia or an LSU or a Bama or a Georgia. It's just those guys recruit so well. Nathan Dotson, I have not. All right, come on, baby. Go, go, go. Adam Hangman Page and Brian Danielson. Yeah, man. Ducks, dude. The uniforms are fly, dude. We always have the freshest helmets, the freshest unis, freshest socks, freshest cleats. I mean, we're always fresh to death, dude. Like, a lot of people try to imitate, the Oregon Ducks swag, but you can't match it, man. Not in college football. Yeah. Adam Baum, I wish that was the case too. Rose Bowl is always the goal for us. You know what I mean? Because the Natties are a little bit like far-fetched, like, oh, Natty. But realistically, if we go to a Pac-12 championship win, go to a Rose Bowl and win, that's a successful season for us. Oh, bobbled? What happened to my hands? But let's be honest. If we ended up playing Ohio State this time around instead of, Utah, you guys probably would have smoked us by a shitload because Thibodeau's not playing. He wants to keep himself healthy for the NFL draft, which I don't blame him. He might be the number 1 pick overall. He's going to be somewhere between number 1 and number 5, depending on the quarterbacks, at the top, for teams. Or there we go. There we go, Travis. First down, Ducks. Travis Dye, our best player. Our best player. Kayvon Thibodeau's not playing, and it's usually him or McKinley on the back end at safety. Those are all Americans. McKinley, Thibodeau, and then we got one guy on offense, Travis Dye. So the only way we're going to win this game or even be fucking competitive is Troy Dye's brother, Travis. And he's RB2. He wasn't even the starter, all right? He's the guy that came in after CJ NFL Verdell got hurt. So if we had CJ Verdell and Travis Dye, it would make me feel a hell of a lot better because at least we have 2 guys on offense instead of just 1. Anthony Brown, okay. Looks like he's throwing with a little bit more confidence today. Okay. I like that. At least it's not picked yet. Appreciate that, Odin son. I know. Yeah. Thank you, dude. Another $10 donation by my boy Odin's son for my boy Matt that passed away. There we go. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you. My boy, thank you, dude. $30 already from Odin's son. Supporting your boy, one of the biggest Notre Dame fans I know on planet Earth, living in New York. You're a Chief fan, you're a Notre Dame. You got the hockey in you as well with NHL. You love your teams, you love sports, you love the Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I love you back, man. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, it was just kind of weird. Madden passed away, and then Matt passed away, and he's a Duck fan and a Raider fan. It was just very odd timing with everything that happened. And Madden's a legend. And I think that if we can all be under, I mean, I know a lot of people have given up on Madden, but John Madden himself needs to be on the cover on the next Madden. No doubt. Like, it could be a collage of him when he was young, coaching the Raiders or in the booth, but it's got to be John Madden's face on the cover. They're not going to change the name. You know what I mean? They got to keep it up, with his legacy. We're going to get NCAA football coming back pretty soon too, which is a faster gameplay, which has got the fight songs and the camaraderie. I can't wait for that because that always was my favorite. I always liked NCAA football more than Madden. But rest in peace, John Madden. You are a legend. I always loved watching games with you and Pat Summerall as a kid. What happened to my hands? Come on, man. Catch the damn ball. That's what happens when you got a quarterback that's not that great, not very accurate, and then you're throwing to 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th string guys at wide receiver. So, heck yeah, man. Adam Baum, yep. I mean, I'm not surprised. I mean, the Cowboys are the real deal, man. The Cowboys are the real deal. Like, you got obviously the Green Bay Packers. All right, you got the Rams, the Cowboys, the Bucks, the Cardinals. There we go. Dye is running. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Fuck yeah. If we only have one good player on offense, one, okay, hits him. And this guy is a lightning rod. You think I got energy on the fucking mic? This guy's got energy on the field. Let's go. Got my Collegiate Art Designs Oregon chain on, and these are the first winged gloves that Oregon ever wore in the Natty. These are actually game used from the Natty versus Auburn and Cam Newton. So let's get some good luck here. Let's go! Let's go! Oh, but of course it's fucking false start. Of course it is. God damn it. Come on. He was going to get in anyways. Yeah. Let him know, Odin son, all your favorite teams. Drop it in the chat. Let them know. Let them know your passions of what you like. Notre Dame fighting Irish. Kansas City Chiefs. Let them know your hockey team. NHL. Have you been watching a lot of NHL? I imagine you have. Yeah, but I'm excited for Utah and Ohio State and the Rose Bowl. Obviously, Georgia, Michigan will be lit. Cincinnati, Bama might be a blowout, but at least Cincinnati will probably fight for at least a quarter or two. Maybe Alabama will start a little slow, but I assume we're going to have Alabama, Georgia in the Natty. So let's get in the end zone, baby. No more Mario Cristobal. Interim coaches. Dan Lanning, not there yet. He's trying to win a Natty. You know what I mean? And if he ends up winning a Natty, that could be really big for us too. You know, if Georgia ends up winning the Natty over Alabama, if that ends up happening, just to be able to have that swag and that championship pedigree. And we play Georgia the first game next year. So, I mean, we're probably going to get our ass kicked, but you never know. I mean, it all depends on recruiting, but it usually takes a couple years for the recruits to start to pan out. So it's like, you know, if you're only there for 4 years, by the time you hit third or fourth year, that's when guys start panning out. A lot of times, you know, you don't get those guys that just pan out immediately unless you have like a superstar stud like Kayvon Thibodeau. Yeah, we need about 10 Kayvon Thibodeaus. That's facts. Chief gone chief. They fucking sniff that out. 6-0 Oklahoma. Number 14 Ducks 10-3. Number 16 Oklahoma 10-2. And even though we have a 10-win season, and that should be successful by most people, I'm not trying to say like I'm a spoiled Duck fan, but it's just like I've never criticized an Oregon Duck player ever. And Anthony Brown is the first. Like, you know, for a guy that is our leader, you know, a guy that can't really throw that well, he's not very accurate. He can't make all the throws. It's a struggle to watch, especially those games against Utah. It's 12 noon. You know what time it is? It's time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. Anthony Brown. Man. And you're supposed to use your legs. That's supposed to be the thing that you're the best at, right? Scrambling, gambling. Use those fucking legs, dude. You know, that might be the only thing that he's good at is scrambling and gambling, and I don't know if he's really that good at that either. I'm just ready for, you know, a change, you know, someone that can actually make throws down the field. Like, I'll take losses as long as we have good, efficient quarterback play. I mean, I wouldn't even mind, you know, if we're 10-3 or if we, you know, 8-5, fuck it. I mean, just give me someone that I can actually depend on and root for. It's really hard to root for Anthony Brown. And it sucks because, I mean, you don't want to really, that was a late hit. You don't really want to take any digs, you know, at your own guys, but I'm not biased, right? I have to call it right down the middle. If a guy sucks and he's not good, I can't hold my tongue. I mean, you know what I mean? Everyone else in the country knows that he's not good. You know what I mean? So what am I supposed to be like? Oh, yeah, he's on my team and, you know, we support him and, you know what I mean? He's great. No, he's not fucking great. You know, I hope the best for him. But I mean, here at Oregon, I mean, you got us at 10-3, but those Utah losses will forever be etched in my fucking brain, dude. Just the embarrassment of losing like that. But if we can win this for Matt, maybe it'll make up for it. Camden Lewis, make this field goal, buddy. There we go. Nice little pitcher. Let's go. I'll take 3. As long as that's not a fucking shutout, you know what I mean? Like, I'll take 3. I just hope we get some magical plays. A pick 6, a fumble for a touchdown, just a punt return or kick return for a touchdown. Just something crazy, unusual. You know what I mean? One of your great-grandparents is from Denmark. Nice. I never knew that. Stephen McGinnis in the building. What to do? Shep in the building. What to do? Good to see you, Shep. 6-3, Oklahoma. Like I said, I was just talking about the struggles with the Ducks. You know what I mean? It's like pretty much Rose Bowl or bust. I mean, that's really what you want to go for. Win the Pac-12, go to the Rose Bowl. If you go to any other bowl and you're a Pac-10, Pac-12 guy, it's just like, you know what I mean? It's like, it doesn't have the same weight. You know, the Rose Bowl is special, regardless if it's for the Natty or it's just one of those alternate games on the outside. It's the Rose Bowl has got so much tradition. It's always special. And we were in the Pac-10. That's the only thing that we dreamed about because we knew that we were never going to be able to probably make a Natty. So, or if we were, we weren't good enough, you know, recruit-wise or coaching-wise, and just being able to keep up with like an NFL team like Alabama. It's tough. Sarah Small, bang, $2. Come on, Ducks, love you all. Hope the Hawks win Saturday. Yeah, it should be interesting for the games that are going to be on this weekend. I'll be doing some college bowl games. I'll be doing NFL. We're getting right into the thick of things. And who would have thought, Sarah, about 6 weeks ago, we were talking about, the Colts, Jonathan Taylor's having a good season, but, let's just look forward to next year. Now we're like playoffs. Like maybe the Colts could be that team that upset, one of the favorites, and maybe they can find their way to the AFC Championship game. I mean, who's to say? I mean, you don't know. Hit him. There we go. I mean, because right now in the NFL, you don't really know. I mean, what I do know right now are the Packers and the Chiefs are the two best teams in football. Yeah, I'm a Bucks fan, but I'm not an idiot. All right. I can already tell, based on the teams we're playing. But if you're hot and healthy in December, the Chiefs and the Packers are looking good. Cowboys are looking good. Rams are getting back on track. Tampa got back on track. Cardinals, they're a pretender. I'm sorry. I don't think that they're legit. I think that the Packers, Cowboys, Bucks, and Rams are much better. They don't even have a home field advantage in Arizona, so that's my worry, that they're not going to be able to play good at home or on the road. And when they're at home, you can't even tell. The crowd base is just like, they're not drunk. They're not high. I don't know what the fuck they're doing. They're just, are you even watching the game? Are you on your phones? Like, it's just a weird thing to be that good and have Kyler Murray. And then, I don't even really feel like the home field advantage presence from the crowd. Okay. And we already know the Chiefs are the real deal. And then we'll have to see, with the rest of the teams in the AFC. 3rd down and 3. Hit him. Sack him. Get him. Dive. Out of bounds. Okay. Holding on the offense, or it's going to be the player running, off the field. I don't know if he got off the field in time. That's probably on us. Adam Baum, good question. I mean, it all depends if they win the Super Bowl or not. Devontae Adams and Aaron Rodgers probably are thinking, okay, we want to play together. We're probably not going to play together on another team because they're not going to have enough money. But, I mean, it could be like Devontae Adams goes to the Raiders and plays with his, college quarterback, Derek Carr. They both played at Fresno State, believe it or not. And maybe Aaron Rodgers goes to the Broncos. They all are a quarterback away from being a playoff team and making a deep run. But if they win the Super Bowl, it might give them a motivation to come back and try to do it again. Or if the bridge is burnt so bad with Rodgers and LaFleur and Kuntz and everyone in the organization, that maybe if he wins the Super Bowl, he can walk away and go to another team and be okay with himself. Or if they get to the Super Bowl and lose, I don't know. I mean, it seems like Aaron's probably gone, and most likely Devontae Adams is gone too. But if they win the Super Bowl, that might be the one thing that ties them in staying and trying to win again. If they win the Super Bowl, that might be the only thing that takes them be like, okay, Aaron, you're the man. Devontae, you're the man. We're like two of the best. I mean, right now, who's better than Aaron Rodgers right now? Who's better than Devontae Adams right now? Nobody. Those are the two best right now, in my opinion. If you're going into a game and you're going to want to have good production, who's been playing very well. I mean, it's tough to go against Aaron Rodgers. He's always been a top 3 quarterback with Mahomes and Russell Wilson, but we always seem to give Mahomes and Wilson more love for whatever reason. Maybe Rodgers lying to the media about the, getting vaccinated and all that, but I like him. I mean, some people like him, some people don't. I've seen Pat McAfee show, so I've gotten to see the real uncandid side of Aaron, and a lot of people talking shit about him in the media, before the whole COVID thing. I like him. I think he's a good guy. Everyone's got an opinion on what they need to do. It probably would have been smarter to get vaccinated, but everyone has their own reasoning to either do it or not. You know what I mean? Be a part of the problem or be a part of the solution. But everyone's got their own, beliefs to it, and I can respect that. But if we're talking about quarterback play, Rodgers and Adams, you lose those two guys. The Packers go from a championship Super Bowl caliber team to 500 with Jordan Love, or maybe a little slightly worse, maybe a 6 to 8 or 9 win team. So we'll have to wait and see. But most likely Aaron Rodgers is leaving. But again, if they win the Super Bowl, maybe that'll be enough to, stay around. You know what I mean? We'll see. It just depends on how much the bridge is burnt. You know what I mean? It's not water underneath the bridge, as they would say. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's okay, man. Water underneath the bridge. Whoever came up with that fucking saying. You know what I mean? Like, it's all good. No, I think there is some dysfunction. But winning takes care of the anger and the pain and the dysfunction. If you keep winning, you don't really think about it as much. When you're losing, then that other shit starts coming up. So we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, Joey B. Rodgers to Pittsburgh. I don't see it, though. I see him going to an AFC team, but honestly, I think Aaron Rodgers to Denver would suit him better. Steelers O-line, where is it? The defense? You know what I mean? Broncos defense is better. You got Javonte Williams, Cortland Sutton. You got Noah Fant. You got Jerry Jeudy. Like, I just think that if you look at the roster, offensive line, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends, defense, Patrick Surtain, like the Broncos are the team. That would be the team. It'd be better than the Raiders. The only other situation that might be just as good for Aaron might be like the Dolphins, but I don't think, he's going to go to the Dolphins. The Dolphins have a lot of weapons where, if you had a good quarterback there, better than Tua, you can make a deep run. I think you could definitely go to an AFC championship game with Aaron on Denver. It takes some time to build the chemistry, but Aaron makes everyone better. Let's be honest. And, you're crazy to think if he didn't go to the Broncos and they had a relatively healthy team that they couldn't get to an AFC championship game with Aaron on Denver. They're really only a quarterback away. You just got to get guys like John Elway, Peyton Manning, not Trevor Siemian or Brock Osweiler. I told my friends that are Broncos fans, my boy Jay Graves, I was like, bro, these guys that you've been getting, the Drew Locks and the Bridgewaters and the Osweilers and the Simeons, they're not good enough. If you want to win a fucking Super Bowl or at least get into an AFC championship game, you need greatness. And until that next great quarterback comes in, Denver isn't going to go anywhere. But if they do get Peyton, watch out. Could be special. Elway, Peyton, Rodgers. Yeah, I don't like Vic Fangio as head coach. They would need someone else. I think he's better as a defensive coordinator. But also, too, with the Steelers, with Mike Tomlin, at some point he's going to get fired. You know what I mean? And then maybe he'll come to Tampa Bay. Ooh, what a catch. Oh, helmet is off. Wow. Touchdown, Sooners. Are they going to call that a touchdown, though, since his helmet got ripped off? How does that work? Do they call the play dead or they let him? Yeah, they call the play dead. His helmet got ripped off, and he said, fuck it, I'm going to go. That's something that you never see, right? I hate that it happened against my team, but wow. That'll be on SportsCenter. They're so good, they score touchdowns even with their helmets off. Wow. Yeah, but I do think I think Russell Wilson to the Giants seems a little bit more natural, and Rodgers to Broncos. If that's kind of how I'm picturing fit of a team, coaching style fit, what would work the best. With the Steelers, they're in dysfunction right now. Juju and, you know what I mean? They got some good players there, but Tomlin's probably got to go. They're going to need to have a different voice at some point. And he's got Tampa ties, so if Arians ever leaves and Leftwich leaves and they don't have Todd Bowles take over, I wouldn't mind him at my head coach, but I feel like sometimes his message is falling on deaf ears. You know what I mean? It's like, I know they go to the playoffs almost every single year, but they haven't been championship caliber for quite some time. Chiefs gone Chief. Well, if Rodgers goes to Denver, that would be a bonus, though, because then the games with Mahomes and Rodgers would be amazing, right? You get that twice a year. And if you want to be battle tested before you get to the playoffs, what a better way to be able to have a stud Hall of Famer in your division. You know, you might not win every matchup, but at least it'll test you and see how you are with the Chiefs, with Mahomes against Aaron Rodgers and the Broncos if he goes there. I mean, there'd be some amazing matchups, man. Oh, he bounces to the outside. All right, Caleb Williams, I see you. Flag on the play. Probably holding. Steelers need just more than a couple O-line. They need a whole brand new offensive line. New offensive coordinator, defense, they have a lot of holes. I mean, yeah, they got some guys like TJ Watt and Minkah Fitzpatrick, but you need more than that. Yeah, Vic Fangio, they need to, I mean, if Rodgers was going to go there, I don't think Vic Fangio is a head coach, personally. I think he's a coordinator. You know what I mean? He just got thrust into the head coaching job, and he's not very good at it. You know what I mean? But if you got Aaron Rodgers there, I mean, how much do you really need to do? Everyone's like, oh, LaFleur is such a brilliant coach. Dude, you got fucking Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams and Aaron Jones. Who? Aaron Jones. I mean, how much coaching do you really got to do? Floater, turn around. Marcos Pineda in the building. What to do? Let's go Ducks, man. I know your Beavers lost in the bowl game. We're probably going to lose. Yeah, J.J. Burden, man. I remember. But I just want to be able to play with some pride, and hopefully that we can find a way. All right, I got to update the quarter here. Come on, Ducks. Get him. Wrap him up. There you go. It's kind of a sad time for me right now, too, because, I mean, this is the last game. You know what I mean? This is the last time that I'm going to see my Oregon Ducks. And I mean, you know, it's like sometimes you take games for granted and you're just like, oh, I'll just, you know, go to the bar, or I'll go visit friends, or I'll go, you know, watch Simpsons or Family Guy or something, you know, and you just like take games for granted. And then once the games are over, you'll literally do anything to watch a game, a college or NFL. You know what I mean? You're watching old highlights and reruns and old games, like if they play them on NFL Network, and you just love it, you know? So it's like, I really try to soak in as much as I can. And one of the Oregon Duck players going up there talking shit to one of the Oklahoma guys, glad he didn't get hit with a flag for taunting. I was like, what is this guy doing? He's all creeping up on the guy. He's like, shut the fuck up, bro. We're already losing 6-3. We're getting embarrassed. All right. It could be worse, but it's like, let's keep the shit talking to a minimum. You know what I mean? Especially if they would have got like a unsportsmanlike taunting and automatic first down, I would have been pissed. Because then they would have led to a touchdown there. 4th down and 15. Field goal attempt is up. Guess what? Right down the middle. It's good. All right. 9-3. Oklahoma's up. Happy holidays, y'all. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys very, very much. Well, you're hardcore like me, Marcos. Out of all my friends, you're probably the most like me. You know what I mean? Out of all my friends, because you're the type of person that just loves football. You know what I mean? The one thing that you don't watch as much as me would probably be, on the wrestling side. I know you used to watch like, Hulkamania and Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, back in the day when we were kids. And you're not really into, WWE or AEW anymore. But as far as football, Madden, playing video games, playing college football, playing Madden, and watching NFL games and college football, like you're the type of guy, you'll watch anybody. You'll be like, Iowa State's on. Fuck it, let's watch it. You know what I mean? And I'm the kind of the same way. If the game's on, depending on what I'm doing, I'm going to take a peek. You know what I mean? Because you never know what NFL players that you might watch in that college bowl game or in that, Big Ten championship game or SEC championship game, and they end up coming to your team, in the draft. And you'd be like, oh, shit, yeah, I remember watching that guy. So that's why I always like to watch a shitload of film and watch a lot of game tape, just because I always try to evaluate the players before they go to the pros. And that's why I usually am so successful at the NFL drafts, just the amount of time and effort and energy that I put in with the film. And you can kind of get an idea of who's going to be great, who might be like a project player and whatnot. But I always like to evaluate the players so that way it gives me a gauge when they go to the NFL on maybe how great it'll take, how much time it'll take for them to be great. So Jameson Meza in the building. Shep, glad that you're doing better, my dude. Odin, son in the building. Shep in the building. Jameson Meza. Matt Payton. He said, what about me? I watch a lot of football. I know a lot of y'all do. I mean, if you're Northwest Sports Fanatics and you're part of the NWSF family, for life, brother. Oh, yeah, right? We watch a lot. I mean, we're a different breed. You know what I mean? We're not average, okay? We're not just like, you know, a fair weather fan. We're not average, okay? We're hardcore. We're Northwest Sports Fanatics, okay? Fanatic. 9-3, Oklahoma. Yeah, I always used to record games on VHS. You know what I mean? You know, it's just like VHS, DVDs. I mean, like I never get enough. You know what I mean? If it's on and I can go back and watch it, and sometimes I'll go back and watch the same game twice, believe it or not. Like one time I'll watch it and, I'll watch the skill position players, like how you guys normally watch a game. And then usually second time around, if I watch it, I'll watch the O-line and the D-line specifically, or the defense and the linebackers and the guys making the adjustments, the special teams, and, watch kind of like the other odd guys, that are playing, the punt returners, the kick returners, the D-line, the O-line, who's pancaking guys, who's pulling, you know what I mean? Who's making the big plays? Why do they got to bring this game up? The game that we were up like, 31-0, and then TCU came back and won. Why are they showing this? This is disgusting. Alamo Bowl, and we lost 47-41. Don't bring that up. And of course they're bringing it up because it's the fucking Alamo Bowl that we're on right now. That was tough. And I could tell that game was going south really quick. As when they started, scoring, it was like 31-10, 31-17. I said, uh-oh. I already knew we were probably going to lose. I was like, this is not going well. Michael in the building. AEW, baby. Jason in the building. What to do? Go Ducks. Yeah, I mean, I still have VHS tapes of like ECW and Michael Jordan in the finals. And I have like some old March Madness moments. I have like Kentucky in the championship game. I got with Paget. I got like Vince Carter and like, I got a lot of like the old North Carolina stuff on tape. Like it's crazy to go back. I mean, most people don't even have a VCR anymore. You gotta, you can definitely age a person based on like burning a CD, VHS, you know what I mean? You say stuff like that. They're like, what the hell is that? I mean, if you know, if you're a little older, you know what I'm talking about. So. Let's go, baby. I'm ready for a tutty, dude. This is the last game of the year, okay? I decided to, take this 4-hour window to watch, hopefully, Anthony Brown do something not like that. What happened to my hands? I mean, if we got points for every drop pass, we would be ahead by like 40 right now, right? Maybe that's what we should be doing, getting points for every drop pass. I mean, shit, we'd already be at, 10 points by now. Come on, Ducks. Come on, man. 3rd down and 9. Let's go. Easy throws. Nothing's easy for Anthony Brown. You fucking dummy. What happened to my hands? Yeah, because the quarterback sucks and he can't fucking throw worth a shit. Every fucking throw is low. Every fucking throw is high. Every throw goes to the other team. It's like I'm watching fucking Jameis Winston all over again, except worse. Come on. Yeah, I got the Oregon game with Oklahoma, Adrian Peterson. Yeah, I do have that on VHS. God, man. I mean, just give us a chance to get some first downs. You know what I mean? Like, if we're not going to win, fine. But I'd love to have a drive that has like 5 or 6 first downs. You know what I mean? And actually move the fucking chains. Uh-oh. Get him. There we go. Good return. Big 1-7. I see you. 9-3, Oklahoma. ECW at 1 a.m. Yeah, I mean, I used to have I didn't have cable, so I had like a scrambled TV station. So it's like, ABC, CBS, NBC, Fox. Like I had like 5 or 6 channels, and then one random channel was like 30 something, and it was blurry, and it was ECW, and I was like, ooh, what is this? And then once I started watching that, and then got into the VHSs, and I bought them on eBay, and there was a guy that made custom covers, and did the pay-per-views or like the best of RVD. And he did like a compilation of all RVD's greatest shit in Japan and ECW. It was epic, dude. I mean, things like that take effort and time and the appreciation and, all the time that he put together to make those covers. It was pretty cool, man. I mean, obviously VHSs are not really a thing anymore, but, if you got a VHS and you got some old school tapes, I mean, sometimes it's cool to go back and, see what sports was like back then. So. Paisley's good. Paisley's good. She went on a walk today. She's been relaxing, chilling. I had some Dairy Queen earlier, so I had a chicken strip basket with the gravy. Right? Had the cheese curds, onion rings. So, yeah, I'm good right now. I didn't want to really do a whole lot of drinking today. You know what I mean? Give myself a little bit of a break from the drinking. Got to go to work tomorrow, so. But I will probably do a few gummies here and there. We'll just see how depressed or how pissed off I get in this game, depending on what the score is going to be. So, cable to scrambler for the PPVs. Yeah, I had a neighbor down the road that had one of those back when it was Raw versus Nitro, Monday Night Wars, and then whenever there was like WCW pay-per-views, we would go to the guy's house, and there'd be like 10 of us, and he had a scrambler, and we'd watch the pay-per-views there. Some great memories, man. Bash at the Beach, Halloween Havoc. Man, I have a lot of memories of those old school pay-per-views. Facts. Favorite wrestling pay-per-view. I mean, I like all of AEW's because I'm an AEW guy, if you know that. But, I mean, I'm kind of like everyone else. Royal Rumble's great. WrestleMania typically is, you would hope to be a good show. Survivor Series. Money in the Bank is usually pretty entertaining. But I think if you're going to choose one between, Survivor Series, I mean, SummerSlam usually hits on point too. So I don't know. I mean, it's probably Royal Rumble is probably at the top, and then a tie between WrestleMania and SummerSlam, just because that they're gonna bring it. Joey Harrington, I got a jersey. I got that Mariota. Boom, I got that jersey. Herbert got that jersey. 3 jerseys, 3 studs, and those are my guys, dude. Joey Harrington, Marcus Mariota, Justin Herbert, and then running back, LaMichael James, and then wide receiver, DeAnthony Thomas, that I have on right now, the Black Mamba. Come on, baby. Oh, he's all dressed up. Shotgun set. Hand off. Oh, where's the defense? My God. Going down the sideline. Almost scoring. That was a huge gain. That should have been like a 10-yard gain, and it turned into 40. My God. Brooks with the carry. Caleb Williams. Look at the blocking up front. Where's the effort? Where's the angle, 19? Jesus Christ, dude. Way to just get fucking beat to the outside. Horrible angle. Well, it looks like this game is going to probably turn out the way that I thought. Yeah, I knew that they were going to have to throw those highlights up there, Jameson Meza. Of course, it's the Alamo Bowl. It is what it is, you know what I mean? But I'm glad I'm hanging out with y'all. We're watching the game together. There's not a whole lot going on right now anyways, sports-wise. I mean, there's probably some NBA going on and a few other things. But, I mean, bowl games are always fun. I always love bowl season. I mean, obviously you want to finish the year on top, but I really, really enjoy the bowl games. It's just fun, man. Just all day long, bowl games, bowl games, bowl games. It's fun. And that's that last chance to see that NFL talent. But sometimes guys opt out because they don't want to get hurt like Kayvon Thibodeau. So, and honestly, if we had Kayvon Thibodeau, it's not like we're winning this game. You know what I mean? We probably have a better shot because we're getting some sack lunches and maybe some forced fumbles. But I mean, realistically, I mean, we are way overmatched over our heads in this game. I mean, Oklahoma, they say that they're 16th, but they're more like a top 10 team. Oregon's 14. We're probably more like a 20 to 25 seed, realistically. Let's be honest. Floater. Touchdown, Sooners. Boomer Sooner. Drake Stoops. See, that's what happens when you have a good quarterback. You actually throw touchdown passes. I kind of forgotten what it's like to have a good QB after we had Marcus Mariota and then Justin Herbert, and then you have this guy, Anthony Brown. My God. Talk about going in the opposite direction of talent. Justin Herbert, possible Hall of Fame, NFL quarterback, Anthony Brown. What can I say? My God. Extra point is up, and it's good. Valero Alamo Bowl, number 14 Oregon versus number 16 Oklahoma. Second quarter, 16-3, Oklahoma up. They are whipping our ass. Happy holidays. Grind dude, 25K subs. Subscribe to the channel. Smash the like button. Turn on all the notifications with the bell. Smash the like button. Donate to your boy if you can on the Cash App. $ORIONNWSF on the YouTube Super Chat right here. And if you're looking for merch, Northwest Sports Fanatic merch, link is below every video on the YouTube page. Follow me, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, NW Sports Fanatics. I might need donations just for my sanity, all right? For all the pain and misery, I'm going to need donations for tissues. I'm going to need donations for Advil, Tylenol, gummies, beer, everything. God, 16-3. I wish I could say I was surprised that what's going on right now, but I'm not. I mean, if you watch those Utah games, you know what I mean? And you know that, like, someone that is passionate about sports like me, I don't like going through games knowing that we're going to get our ass kicked. But when you're a fan, right, a hardcore fan, not a fair weather, not average, all right, you're hardcore, you got to take the ups and the downs. Not every game is going to be a championship caliber win. Sometimes your team's going to suck. Sometimes your team is going to get exposed. Sometimes you know you're going to get your ass kicked, but you just got to look at the bright side, you know, of things going into next year with Dan Lanning. Anthony Brown will not be on the team next year. But, I mean, I got to soak it in. It is football, even if we are getting our ass kicked for 60 minutes. This is the last time that I'm going to see a live game for Oregon until Dan Lanning is coaching up against his former team, Georgia, in the first game next season, which I'm really excited about Dan Lanning in the future of Oregon. But it's a business, and we're probably only going to have Dan Lanning for, 4 or 5 years, and then some NFL team will come call in, and he'll dip and leave us. So gone are the days where I can rely on a Mike Bellotti for 10-plus years, and I don't got to worry about the coach. I love Chip. Wish he was still here. I loved Mario Cristobal. I really did. I really love those guys. You know what I mean? But it's like you can only count on guys lasting about 1 to 5 years, and then it's like, poof, bye. You know, another opportunity. Cold hard facts, baby. And that's the bottom line because O-Dog said so. CP, yeah, I know you're a Vikings fan and you guys haven't won the Super Bowl and you went there with Fran Tarkenton many, many years and you had the Brett Favre, but you have to understand, prior to winning the Super Bowl, bro, I went 11 years of shit football where my season was over in October. At least you've had playoff opportunities in the meantime and you could actually have a decent football team. It's not often. I mean, it's like I was like in the same category as like the Lions, the Jets, the Jags. Like they were bad. They were bad. You know what I mean? I understand that you're a Minnesota fan, and at some point, you know, you guys will get a Super Bowl, but I was pretty much content that Super Bowl 37 against the Raiders with John Gruden was going to be like my only Super Bowl for the rest of my life. Like I pretty much convinced myself that that was it. So yeah, you see the, you know, the end result of last year, but did you see all the pain and agony and all the torture that I went through watching every single game for 11 years and knowing that the season was over in October? I think not. Okay, so I get it, man. You know, it's tough. It's tough. I imagine it's tough being, a Minnesota fan. But dude, I mean, you got Justin Jefferson. Jesus Christ, dude. He's the next big thing in sports. Jay Jetta. Okay. Kirk Cousins is, better than just a, game manager, but he just needs to be a little bit more consistent. He's not going to be top 10, but he's somewhere between 11 and 20. All right. You got Adam Thielen, who's amazing. Jay Jetta is amazing. So, I mean, you might not be winning division titles or Super Bowls, but at least you got like fun wide receivers, and you got Dalvin Cook too. I mean, so you might not be winning championships, but at least your offense is fun to watch. You know what I mean? You gotta at least be appreciative of that. You had Stephon Diggs before that too. So it's like, dude, you got Cousins, Dalvin Cook, all right, Thielen, Justin Jefferson. Those 4 guys are better than most 4 in the NFL. So stop it, man. Stop it. Oh, incomplete. What's new? I mean, it all depends on how you treat him. I mean, if you guys take care of him, maybe he will stay. Dive, motherfucker. Jesus. That's like the only time you're going to have a chance to get a fucking touchdown or anything. Dive, fucker. No, but I think, at some point after his contract's up, there is a chance that he could go, but he is the next big thing. Like screen pass, good tackle, good discipline by Oklahoma. But I think that right now, DeAndre Hopkins is getting a little older. Julio is getting a little older. Devontae Adams is the best wide receiver in the game. Tyreek is number 2. But I think at number 3, you could definitely argue Justin Jefferson needs to be in that conversation of being number 3, number 4, number 5. Jalen Waddle, Jamar Chase, those guys are pretty good too. A.J. Brown, C.D. Lamb. There's a lot of guys that are very, very talented and up and coming. Those might be the most up and coming wide receivers that we got right now. Anthony Brown, there we go. Go to your check down guy. Travis Dye on 3rd down and long. But Justin Jefferson's my favorite, right? And then C.D. Lamb has some room to grow to get better, but he's special, right? A.J. Brown is special as well, right? Jamar Chase has already proven that he's special. Jalen Waddle's special, but I think Justin Jefferson is like the most dynamic. He's that guy that we thought maybe Odell Beckham could be. Flashy, but a guy that scores a lot. Odell, he's still doing some things now, with Stafford, but I'm not sure if he'll ever be the player that he was back then with Eli. Injuries have kind of taken a toll on his career. But Justin Jefferson, though, he is special. Every game he plays in, he can score 1 to 3 times. And you can't really say that about too many guys besides Tyreek or Devontae Adams. So at least be blessed that you have like the most coveted young wide receiver in the game. If you took a poll out of all the fans that are out there, that they could choose one young wide receiver, not Tyreek or Devontae Adams, but one young wide receiver, I would imagine 90% are going to say Justin Jefferson. You know what I mean? He's that fucking good. I know Jamar Chase is good and Waddle and C.D. Lamb and A.J. Brown, but I'll tell you what, if I could have Justin Jefferson on my team on Tampa, yes, please, dude. Great route runner, great hands. He's got everything. CP, we need a new head coach, new OC. Yeah. I think the O-line needs to, they need to grow that, keep building the defense, and get some better coaching. I agree. I think it's time for Zimmer, and they got to move on. You know what I mean? But also too, if Rodgers leaves, right, that ends up opening up a big stage, because more than likely the Vikings take the spot by default. So you got the Bears, but Nagy sucks, right? Justin Fields got some game, but they're dysfunctional. The Lions are dysfunctional, even though that they're trying to win some games here at the end with Jared Goff and the Goffets. But as long as Dalvin Cook and Jay Jetta and Thielen and Cousins and the defense can stay relatively healthy, then you're the team. Because obviously if Rodgers and Adams leaves, or just Rodgers, the team goes down, the Packers, to like a 500 team. You know what I mean? And you can definitely get 10 wins if Rodgers is not there. You know what I mean? So maybe you just got to wait for Rodgers to leave, and then you can start winning NFC North titles and be king of the North. Okay? When you got a superstar quarterback who's like the best in the league right now and has been best in the league for the last couple of years, it's hard to be able to, it's like Tom Brady when he was in New England. It's like you knew that Buffalo and Miami and, all the other teams there, they had no shot. The Jets, it's like, good luck. You already know you're losing more than likely, 2 games to Brady and Belichick, every single year. And that's like 6 easy wins for them. Bills, right? Jets, easy peasy lemon squeezy. Being in the AFC East when Brady was there, that's like 6-0 every year. 6 easy wins.
Bit by bit, year by year, that helps to change the dynamics, and that actually is like directly activism. I really, really want women to be a part of what.
I see that. Jameson Meza. CP, I always give you a different perspective. I'm not biased. I call it right down the middle. When my team is good, you'll know it. When my team is bad, you'll know it. You know what I mean? Odin's son, I know that would be great for you, huh? Well, obviously, if you're a Notre Dame Fighting Irish guy, if you could get guys to go to your favorite NFL team, the Chiefs, from Notre Dame, that is a dream come true, isn't it? 16-3, Oklahoma. We're getting fucking rocked. I just hope we score a touchdown tonight. You know what I mean? Like, are we going to get a touchdown? And if we do get one, it's not going to be from Anthony Brown throwing, unless it's a screen pass to Travis Dye. It's like we're going to have to run one in or pray that we get one by a pick or a fumble. But Caleb Williams is too good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this guy's too skilled at quarterback. He's like 1,000 times better than Anthony Brown. So, and we can't stop the run apparently either. So they're just going to run all over us, just like Iowa State did last year. That was a rough bowl game to watch too. Like, I knew we were going to lose that game by a shitload also. It just sucks when you know your team and you know that you realistically you have no shot. You can root. I'm going to put the gloves on. I'm going to put the jersey on. I'm going to hang out. I'll cheer when I need to be cheered. I'll boo when I need to boo. But you just know when your team is outmatched, and that's what we're watching right now. Holding on the offense. But I appreciate every single one of y'all hanging out with your boy, man. I love you, and I appreciate you very, very much. So, Marcos, I saw one of your posts. What the fuck? You got drunk? Normally when you get drunk, right, you lose your phone, right? And you've gone through probably 20 phones since I've known you. You know what I mean? Like, I even let you borrow one of my phones and you broke that one. I don't care. That was just like an extra phone, but I know you've always felt bad. Like, oh, I lost my phone. And I'm like, oh, I got a spare one for you. And then you broke that one or lost that one almost immediately. But it's okay, man. You like to get hyphy. You like to party. You work hard. You play hard. Hey, I don't blame you. I do the same, man. You know what I mean? Except I don't lose phones or break phones as much as you. But did you break your fucking ankle? Go to the hospital, dude. You know what I mean? So I saw the post. So you must have took a pretty bad fall. And I know you want to get back to work and all that. Did you go to the hospital already? Because you need to go, my dude. Well, obviously you didn't because you're at home on my stream watching the Duck game. So obviously you're not in the hospital room watching the game. You're at home. But you do need to get that checked out, my dude. Get it checked out, at least that way that, they can tell you it's a sprain or it's broken. But from some of the other comments from the other people in there, it sounded like there was a good chance that it might be broken. So prayers up for you, my dude. I'll have to come visit you sometime here soon. Nice throw. First down, Sooners. I've literally forgotten what first downs are, being an Oregon Duck fan. I don't even know what they are anymore. Completions? What is that? Completed passes? I don't know what that is anymore. First downs? That's like a pipe dream. Touchdown? I've heard of those. My God. Yeah, anything can be better. I mean, and like I said, I still got to appreciate that. I don't want to be like that spoiled Ducks fan. We did get 10 wins, and that's a lot more than most schools get. I get it. You know what I mean? But the thing is like when you have a certain standard for your program, you have Mariota, you have Herbert, and then you go to this, you have to understand where I'm coming from. You know what I mean? Like, it's just a disappointment when you finish the season not strong and you just get your ass kicked. Boom, Utah. Boom, Utah. Boom, Oklahoma. I don't want to end the year like that. Like the Ohio State win means nothing. Beating the Beavers and UW means nothing. Like, you know what I mean? I just want us to play with pride, and I just wish we had a quarterback that was better. Like, maybe, Ty Thompson is not as good as Anthony Brown, but I wish they would have gave Ty Thompson a chance. Going long, going deep. Touchdown, Sooners. And this game is over. Just like that. Marvin Mims. Now you guys need to send me some donations for tissues now. Oh, man. I don't think he's going to be going in the division, though, CP. That's not happening. The Green Bay Packers aren't going to give up, all right, like the Brett Favre situation. They're not going to go, oh, Aaron Rodgers, please go to Minnesota so that way you can beat our team for the next 10 years. Not happening. If they're going to trade Aaron Rodgers, it's going to be to the AFC. So that way they don't have to see him at all unless it's like a Super Bowl matchup. You know what I mean? He's not going to the NFC. I can almost put everything on that he'll go to an AFC team unless he stays with Green Bay if they win the Super Bowl. Wishful thinking, though. But, Cousins isn't that bad, bro. It's just you need better coaching, like if you guys had an amazing defense, right, back when Everson Griffin and Daniil Hunter and, Xavier Rhodes closed and, when Harrison Smith was younger, right, if you had an elite defense, right, a better offensive line, better coaching, you don't really need a whole lot. I mean, Cousins is good enough, I think, to get to an NFC championship game if those other things were there. Good coach, good OC, a better O-line, and an amazing elite defense. With Jay Jetta, Thielen, and Dalvin Cook, Cousins is good enough, I think, to get a team to an NFC championship game. But the O-line isn't there, the coaching isn't there, the play calling isn't there, and the defense isn't there. And you got Aaron Rodgers in the division. It's tough. Nathaniel Marsh, always hanging out with your boy. Appreciate that. Marcos Pineda, laughing emoji. He says, yeah, I do get drunk. I do break my phone, lose my wallet. Yeah, it happens. Go Flag Football says 2 complete passes equals a first down. I don't even know if we can get 2 complete passes, my dude. You did fracture it. I'll be good if you, Coach Carroll, ain't going to be happy. Yeah. So did you actually get it looked at, or is that just like your analysis? You went to Google, you took a picture, you showed some people on Facebook. They're like, yep, that's fractured. You're like, I didn't even go to a doctor, right? You're just like, hey, you just sent the pictures to your homies. They're like, let's look it up. Yeah, that's broken. That's fractured. Put some beer on it, right? Put some Budweisers on it from the freezer. You'll be good. You'll be good. Buck up. Drink some beer. Walk it off. I imagine that shit hurts like a bitch. You're like, how did that happen? Did you fall down some stairs or something? Like you were just drinking and laughing, playing on your phone, and then boom, 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 boom. Just like fell down some steps or something. Hope you get better too, man. Hope you get better, my dude. Marcos Pineda, my boy. My boy with the fractured foot loves to drink the Budweiser, loses his phone, breaks his phone, rinse, repeat. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Marcos Pineda. Get a new phone, break it the next day. Now you're in some fantasy world now, CP. All right, I get it. Being a Vikings fan is tough, but it's not as bad as you think it is. Yeah, maybe you haven't got the Super Bowls. Dude, you're blessed with an amazing top 3 running back, a top, 15 quarterback, and 2 top 10 wide receivers. Boo-hoo. Oh, it's so hard to watch football when you got a top 3 running back and the best young wide receiver and another top 10 wide receiver in Adam Thielen. Boo-hoo. No, I'm just joking. I get it. Because you want to win. You want to get a Super Bowl for Minnesota. That's one thing that the Vikings have lacked. Even when they had Fran Tarkenton, they went many, many times, but they just couldn't get over the hump. All right? Could be much worse. Imagine if you were a Lions fan or a Jags fan or a Jets fan. Come at me then. Because that's pretty much what Tampa was for many, many years. Yeah, Rodgers ain't going to retire, and they're not going to give him the Jeopardy job. If they were going to give him the Jeopardy job, they would have given it to him already. He's not going to get it.
This one, Oregon will let go, and we'll be back in 10 seconds after a message from Ally.
You got to be more than friends. It's a business, my dude. Yeah, if they move on from Kirk. Yeah, Rodgers, because if Rodgers is going to go to a team, they got to have a defense. They got to have weapons, on both sides of the ball, coaching. So, hey, anything's possible in sports, man. You got a big boot on? The Hollywood Hogan big boot? Hollywood Hogan, new world order for life, brother. Oh, yeah. I don't even want to fucking update the scoreboard. It just keeps going up for the wrong team. Do I have to? This one might be even worse than the Utah losses. Even the wide receivers for the Ducks don't like Anthony Brown. They're just like, fuck, this guy can't even throw me the damn ball. You know what I mean? I don't blame him, dude. It's like, dude, the starting quarterback, I don't know why the coaching staff was like, went with this guy. I mean, we did get to 10 wins with him, but it was like the ugliest 10 wins I've ever seen. Like, seriously, like literally every performance was just like kind of edge of your seat. And it's not a good feeling when you got a guy that can't throw. I mean, the whole point of being a quarterback is throwing the football, I thought, right? Being a leader, not turning the football over, and being able to throw and run. And speaking of running, Anthony Brown, do a little bit more of that. Do a little bit more of that, but don't fumble it. First down, Ducks. Obviously, that's your strongest suit, not throwing the ball. So maybe run the football like 20 times, get me at least 100 yards, and get into fucking end zone once or twice. If you can't throw, do that then. At least make us Duck fans appreciate you for something. You know what I mean? You slipped and fell just walking. Drunk or sober? And was it during the snow or was it just like regular conditions? I need these questions answered. Yeah, I wish him luck. I mean, if he doesn't want to be around for the Dan Lanning era, that's fine. Especially if you're recruited by Cristobal, obviously you feel like maybe the loyalty and all the words and, everything that they said about, the program. You almost feel like it's a lie when a guy, is like, yeah, I'm going to be here, blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden the coach dips, so. Yeah, undisputed era, baby. Trash any clown. Anthony Brown, LeBron lookalike. Can't run, can't throw, can't lead a team. That's rough, man. You know what I mean? Like, I hate criticizing my guy. Like, that's the leader of the football team. It's like, besides Thibodeau on the other side, it's heartbreaking, man. I'm just not used to having a shitty quarterback. At least, be halfway decent like Vernon was a couple years ago. Like, I want a guy that can actually throw the football. You know what I mean? I'll take, even a couple more losses if you can throw. I mean, instead of 10-3, right? I'll be, 9-4, 8-5. I don't care. I'll take a couple less losses and play in a shittier bowl game as long as we're competitive and we're winning. And you can actually, make plays. But it also doesn't help when you don't have any wide receivers or tight ends that are NFL worthy. And then if those guys aren't playing, then you got guys that are even 1,000 times worse than the guys that were starting. So it's like, okay, like let's say the guys first or second string wide receivers are in COVID protocol and they're already bad, right? Then you get the guys that are third, fourth, fifth, sixth string that barely have played, that can't catch a fucking football at all anyways. And then you got Anthony Brown throwing to him. So the ball placement's going to be horrible. Rough, man. 23-3, 4th down and 2. It's 12 noon. You know what time it is? It's time for a sack lunch. Yum, 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 yum. The MVP of college football, Anthony Brown. My favorite player. I'm going to go buy 5 jerseys after this game is over. Build a shrine of Anthony Brown. I'm going to get all his football cards. I'm going to get all his autographs, all his memorabilia. Oh, he got the cowboy hat. He put the cowboy hood on. Okay. Trust me. Out of all the quarterbacks that I've ever watched on Oregon, he is by far the worst. And I've been watching Duck football since the 80s. He is by far the worst. I would take Jason Fife, Kellen Clemens. I mean, I'll take anybody. Chris Miller. I mean, I'll go back. Graziani. I mean, all these quarterbacks. Even Vernon Adams, a couple years ago as a guy that came in, from like a transfer. Even he was, so much better. Like, hard to watch, man. This is like me watching Jameis Winston personally. Like, this is how I felt. Like, this is the same emotions are coming back to me when the Bucs had Jameis. Like, this is like my life just like flashing before my eyes again. Scores on the ticker, zombie. Just look below. 23-3. The Oregon Ducks are killing it, man. We're just dominating every side of the football. Offense, defense. We're just killing them. No, we can barely throw the football. We can barely get a first down. We are getting demolished. Come on, Oregon, wrap up. I don't know if saying Brown was doing good. I mean, he was serviceable early in the season. You know what I mean? But even when we were winning games, it's not like he was that impressive. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of it was from CJ Verdell and Travis Dye. If we didn't have those guys, that's the only reason that we're at 10 wins are the running backs. You know, those are the only guys that might be NFL worthy. You know what I mean? No one else on the offense is. And the defense has got Thibodeau and McKinley on the back end and Noah Sewell. But, I mean, the last time I heard, if you got 3 good guys on defense and 1 on offense, and you have 22 guys that play on offense and defense, 11 on 11, right? 22 is the total for offense and defense. And if you have 4 good players out of 22, not a good look. You're probably not going to win a lot. Yeah, he can't read defenses. He can't go through his progressions. I mean, the best thing about him is his running ability, and sometimes he can't even do that. Sad. Sounds like he shouldn't be a quarterback. At this point, I would hope that they would bench Anthony Brown and put in Ty Thompson. Because what do you have to lose? I mean, Ty Thompson's going to be competing with Bo Nix, the Auburn transfer. You know, he's a 3-year starter for Auburn. So our quarterback next year is going to be 1,000 times better, Bo Nix, than what we have right now with Anthony Brown. Will actually get first downs and put up points, okay? And then Ty Thompson, put him in. I mean, you know what I mean? Let's see what the young fella can do. I mean, it can't get any worse than this motherfucker, right? Going long, going deep. If that pass was on, then they would have scored again. Chris Guzman in the building. Damn, I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you, man? What to do, Chris? Hey, it's all good, man. It's all good. You know, he's going back home. His mom is sick. His brother is a police officer. He played there. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, the U. Hey, and, you know, honestly, Cristobal is a good coach. He's a good recruiter. I'm going to miss him. I wish him the best. But now it's a Dan Lanning era, and we got the best defensive coordinator in college football. And I'm excited to see what happens. I mean, we already got Bo Nix out of it. So that's already light years ahead of anything I was ever expecting. You know, getting a transfer that big of a name that actually is a borderline NFL player coming over. So that's exciting. You know, just Bo Nix and Dan Lanning coming over. I'm like, okay, it can't be any worse than this. And we did win 10 games this year. We're 10-3. I mean, I'm acting like we went 3-10 this year, but it's just the losses and the way that we lose. It's unacceptable, you know, for me as a Duck fan. Wow. Touchdown, Oklahoma. That was the worst defense I've seen in my entire life. End the game at halftime. Give Orion a refund for every jersey that he's purchased that has the Oregon Ducks logo on it. Kennedy Brooks. Dude, where was the effort right there? What? Look at the effort. Okay, he's like walking. La-dee-da, la-dee-da, la, 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 la. Let me just kind of jog into the end zone. My God. Do you see my dedication, you know, to my sports teams and YouTube? I knew this game was going to be like this. I didn't want to fucking live stream this game. What? So I can just get angry and watch my team get their ass kicked for 4 hours straight? But that's what you do. You know, when you're a real fan, you watch games like this, 30-3. Makes you appreciate the dubs more. You know what I mean? But it also reminds you, you know what I mean, that, hey, sometimes your football team is good. Sometimes your football team sucks. Sometimes you're outmatched. And obviously it's very apparent that we need defense. Dan Lanning hopefully will bring that. And we need some fucking wide receivers and tight ends and a quarterback that can throw. We got Bo Nix, so that's a good start. But we need to start bringing in some wide receivers, the running backs like LaMichael James, the DeAnthony Thomases. We need guys like that, okay? Because there's no way that we're going to be able to compete, all right, on the college football level, let alone compete against USC and Utah in the Pac-12 in the next few years. I mean, USC got a brand new coach. They're going to be trying to win in Pac-12s. Give your boy a refund. I'm going to need some fucking donos for to wipe away my tears. I need tissues. I need beer. I need liquor. I need weed. I need gummies. I need everything. I need all the party accessories. This is rough. This reminds me exactly when I was a Tampa Bay Buccaneer fan. Jameis and even pre-Jameis, where I would be at the bar or at home watching a game like this, and I watch all the way to the end. I'm not like some Duck fans that turn the shit off, because I know there's probably some Duck fans or Oklahoma fans or just college football fans that are like, fuck this. Why am I watching this? Unless you're wanting to support your boy. You know what I mean? You want to see me get angry, or, I'll give you some hot takes. We can talk NFL, but, your boy's always grinding. I'm always hustling. And not every time, you watch a game is going to be a dub. Some of them are going to be embarrassing losses like this. And then at least this will be in the library. So anytime I want to go back and wonder, oh, what was it like to have a shitty football team, that I can go back and I can watch this game? Like, oh yeah, 30-3. My God, this is worse than the Utah fucking matchups. I already called this, though, before the game started. So Joe Fly in the building. He said, give Orion a refund. Give your boy a refund. Can you imagine paying like $500 or $1,000 for tickets to this game to watch your team put up 3? Yeah, I never would pay money to go watch a team like this. They're my team, but I would never pay to watch a team that's got like one NFL player. You know what I mean? Like, and he's not even playing. I mean, you got McKinley on the back end. He's NFL. That's safety. Thibodeau's NFL. Noah Sewell's probably NFL. CJ NFL Verdell is probably late round NFL. And maybe even Travis Dye might get an opportunity as an undrafted back or a late round back. He's got some skills. He's a little undersized, but he's got a hell of a lot of heart. Mbida. The only way we can make a throw is if the guy is wide open and there's no one around him. And even in that case, they normally can't make the reception. At least the helmets look good, yeah. At least the jerseys and helmets look good. That's one thing that we can at least appreciate for my Oregon Ducks, getting their ass kicked, right?
Well, look, even if Travis Dye doesn't touch the ball here, they got to have it in the second half. As Brian McClendon, his second chance.
Zombie. This is painful to watch. Well, no shit, dude. Talk about being an Oregon Duck fan since the 80s. But I remember I used to watch games where, we would win one game a season. So we've come a long ways in the Mike Bellotti era, the Rich Brooks era, from Joey Harrington to, the Mariotas to the Herberts. So it's like, you got to take the good with the bad, but God damn, it's bad right now. And we won 10 games this year. But just these Utah losses and the regular season, the Pac-12 championship, and this bowl game leaves a bad taste in your mouth. But I'm still here. I'm going to still grind it out, man. Pull out the weed. I got it, man. It's right here. Might have to eat all of them after this fucking first half. Fuck. 30-3. Yeah, send me some links, man, on like Twitter or Instagram. Anything that you got sports related that you want me to check out that's football or wrestling, send it to me, man. Appreciate that, Nathaniel. Hey, you know what I mean? It's you win some, you lose some, but god damn, it's embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like, and I knew exactly, like, I'm not even surprised right now of the score. I'm really not. I thought it would be in the 20s. And I figured we'd have 7 points or less going into halftime. And I imagine we're going to score, best case scenario, 20 points would be in the second, like total. We're at 3. So 2 touchdowns and a field goal is best case scenario. And I don't even think we're going to get that. I hope we get to at least 13, at least a touchdown and a field goal, at least like double, the possessions of scoring, like maybe another field goal to match the one in the first half, and give me at least 1 touchdown. That's not too much to ask. A touchdown, and you might as well let it go to Travis Dye because he's really the only good player that we have fucking out there. Brutal. Oh, God, what a game. Just a total blot. Chris Guzman, my boy. Not to hit you with a low blow, but God, this is like watching the Cowboys and your Washington football team, my dude. My God, that game was ugly. You know what I mean? But it happens, dude. You know what I mean? You start, doing this on the sideline and doing this, and you start arguing, and you just get beat by a team that's hot. It's tough, man. But at least the Washington football team has some kind of talent out there. You know what I mean? With this Ducks team, this is like the crappiest 10-win team I've witnessed in like so many years. But we have a lot of guys out due to COVID protocol. Kayvon Thibodeau's out, so the defense is already bad anyways. And then on top of that, if you don't have your best guys playing, usually it's a recipe for disaster. No NFL wide receivers, no NFL tight ends, no NFL quarterbacks. I mean, you got one guy at running back who is the backup, right? Because CJ NFL Verdell got injured. Luckily, Travis Dye, Troy Dye's brother, is a stud. He at least keeps us afloat for most of the games. But I mean, if you're going against a high-powered offense with like a Caleb Williams, and how are you supposed to keep up? I mean, the defense isn't there, the offense isn't there. I mean, I guess unless you hand the ball off or throw to, if you end up throwing to Travis Dye the rest of the game, like give him like 20 targets, then maybe we'll get in the end zone. But brutal. But I ain't leaving, man. Oh, you gave me another 10 spot? Thank you, dude. At least someone's donating to your boy. Hey, I have to. Hey, if I'm suffering, you got to suffer with me, okay? Hey, any team that gets embarrassed like that, I got to bring it up. And my team's getting embarrassed right now too. But that Washington loss to Dallas was one of the worst losses I've seen in quite some time. Luckily, you can move on from that. We'll see what you guys can do in the future. But Dallas is for real, A lot of times the Dallas fan base thinks they're for real, but this year they actually truly are. And they might end up going to the NFC Championship game, and they might be the Green Bay Packers' biggest threat in the NFC with that defense. All right, let me check my messages. We got $40 donated. All right, my boy Odin's son. He said to go get some tissues, my guy. Hug Paisley. $10, my boy. Appreciate that. Oh, man. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you, dude.
Meanwhile, earlier today, it was the Cheez-It Bowl punted Iowa 6-3 game after 1 half, and then Will Shipley going in. Brock Purdy, he had a very long second half.
Odin's son came to play today. He donated 20. He donated 10. Then he donated another 10. At least someone is supporting your boy in this horrible blowout. All right, $40. Thank you, man. See, and these are the type of things that I'm talking about. Remember I was telling you? It's like, if Shep is in the building or Holly Hundo, or, you get certain people that, usually will, donate, pretty big, right? But sometimes if those people aren't there, or if, they're in another stream, or they're, not donating that particular day, if it wasn't for you, right? And obviously Sarah Small dropped a $2 earlier in the show as well. But if it wasn't for you, I mean, we'd be sitting at what, like $2? You know what I mean? So it means a lot. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here, I'm suffering, I'm watching my team play. It is the last game of the year, and I'm hanging out with you guys, and we can always talk NFL. We can talk college football, wrestling, AEW. I mean, we can talk about COVID, depression, addiction. I mean, pretty much anything you guys want to talk about, everything is, pretty much available for you to reach out to me. But it means a lot because I know times were a little tough with the donos for you. It sounds like you're starting to get back on track, and I appreciate you, man. Like, before Holly Hundo and before Shep, Odin's son, all right, Odin's child, he was the original big supporter and donator. And I'll never forget it, man, because like I told you before, in those moments where we were being like the off season and I would just be doing like NFL shows, you really helped keep the channel afloat with the donations in that time period. And a lot of times when you donated, other people saw and then they donated, and it really did make a difference. You know what I mean? And the bigger donations always help, $10, $20. And like I said, the support means everything, because I mean, the biggest show of love and support you can do is when you donate to somebody on YouTube. That's facts. Appreciate you, my dude. I'll try to get some tissues, baby. KK's uncle. I always speak shit into existence. Always, dude. Always. Yeah, we would need like 10 Kayvon Thibodeaux. And even if we had 10 Kayvon Thibodeaux, we still wouldn't be winning the game right now. Thank you, man. Yeah, I'm going to have to go give Paisley a hug. Yeah, and also, too, thank you for doing it on the Cash App side, too, because anytime, like, money's a little bit low, then, boom, that goes right straight to the bank account. If you do it to the YouTube Super Chat, I get it next month, and then they take a cut out of it. So out of the $40 that you donated, I would have to wait until, like, January 20th, and then by the time I get my cut, I probably get, 25 out of the 40 or something like that, 25 or, 28, or if they want to rip me off 20, you know what I mean? So thank you so much, man. Super Bowl matchup. I mean, of course, I would love my Buccaneers to get there, but I'm not a bandwagon guy. I call it right down the middle. We're banged up. Can we still get there with Brady? Absolutely. So obviously, Bucs Chiefs would be great for me to have that rematch. But it's kind of looking like it might be Packers Chiefs, right? I mean, I think that would be the Super Bowl matchup that would be the most exciting. For someone that, regardless if I'm a Buck fan and Brady's on my team, I'm just looking at as far as the enjoyment of NFL fans and the enjoyment for people that are on the fence of watching. Like if you're not really hardcore into football, but if Rodgers and Mahomes are playing, you're probably watching because that might be like one of the biggest rated Super Bowls of all time. Packers, Chiefs, I mean, they're both likable teams. They got amazing superstars on both sides of the ball. You got the number one quarterback, number two quarterback, normally in most seasons, Rodgers, Mahomes, Rodgers. You got the best wide receiver on one side, Devontae Adams, and you got the second best in Tyreek, and you got the best tight end in Travis Kelce, Honey Badger on the other side. I mean, it would be amazing. So I think that, I hope that the Bucs get there, though, because I'm going to be doing the collab with Grossi. So if we end up doing Packers Bucks in the NFC Championship game or the divisional round, we'll be doing a show together, which will be amazing for my channel and my fan base, because then I'll get all of Grossi Posse actually, knowing who I am, besides the people that rated me. And shout out to them. Shout out to Tom Grossi and the Grossi Posse. When they rated me in October, I got $620 in donations from their fan base in 45 minutes, which is unheard of. That's the most I've ever gotten donated in that short period of time. Got 400 subs to get me over 20K. And then we got a future collab. I mean, what else could you ask for? And it's not like Tom is going to collab with anybody. If you guys are familiar with Tom Grossi, I mean, he's already friends with Perna. They do the GPS show. He's got a shitload of followers, shitload of subs. Scooter Magruder does Dallas Cowboy funny videos. I mean, he's almost at 1 million subs. I mean, he's at 800,000. I mean, Urinating Tree is amazing too. So, I mean, all his friends are all the big dogs. They're all over 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, 800,000. Here's little old me, 20,000. I mean, it's still a good number, but I'm not in that 50,000 or 100,000. So just the fact that I made a good enough impression, that I got the energy, I know what I'm talking about, that he's willing to do something like that. That's really going to take my channel to the next level. I mean, I could gain 1,000 subs overnight, and then if that happens, we might end up having 50 people in the room, 100 people in the room, get some of that fan base to come over here, and then we'll get more donations, and then I can give back more, and we can do raids, and we can do fun things that his channel does. I really want to be able to do some more charity work, do some raids, you know what I mean? But obviously I can't do those things, with, less than 30 people in the room. I mean, you're going to have 50 in the room, 100 in the room. And I mean, it's nice though, because if you think about it, if you end up having 15 to 30 in the room, and I can make $100 to $500 typically on every video I do, just imagine if we have 50 or 100 in the room at all times. I mean, I might be able to make 500 to 1,000, you know what I mean? Depending on the donations and who's in the room and who's a heavy hitter like Holly Hundo or Odin's son or Shep. And yeah, so it's exciting, man. But I'm hoping that we can end up doing that collab. And, once that collab happens, which is already confirmed, we are going to do it if the Packers play. So if the Packers and Bucks don't play, then I got to wait for the Packers and Bucks to play in the regular season next year or the year after. But I'm hoping that we can get this matchup because I know the stream is going to be fantastic. And then that might open the door for me to I'm not sure if I'd be able to be a member of Clickbait Sports like of all those other guys, but I know that I will make an impression on Perna, Scooter Magruder, and everyone else in the Grossi fan base that doesn't know who I am, and I can kind of blow up. So that'll be a big, big day. So let's all cross our fingers and hopefully that we can end up, getting that matchup in the NFC Championship game or in the divisional. it'll be amazing, man. But just the fact that he's willing to do that, and I've also, messaged him and we talk on Twitter, and I like his posts and I support him, and I've even donated to him about 5, 6, 7 times, probably a total of about maybe like $100. I've done a $50 donation to him and a bunch of $5 and $10 donations just to say, hey, thank you, man, for what you did. You didn't have to do that, and I might be the only person that they've ever rated that had that many subs, because usually he goes for like channels that only have like one person in the room that barely have anybody sub to their channel. So I might be the biggest channel that he's ever rated, or one of the biggest ones, right? But the fact that, the collab, that's like an honor, you know what I mean? Like the biggest YouTuber out there, doing what I'm doing, essentially my competition, out there, which isn't really, it's just that you're just trying to form a gang like the NWO, baby. I'm just trying to be a part of the NWO, new world order. For Laugh Brother. Oh, yeah. Because, if YouTube ain't going to help me out, at least Tom is. And, hopefully we can get, me up to that number where I can get to 25K, 30K, 50K. Because I think once the ball starts rolling and once we do that collab, I think everyone will know who I am. They'll be like, okay, all right. You know what I mean? Who's this Orion guy? You know what I mean? Cash App is down and below the screen. $ORIONNWSF if you want to donate to the Cash App. I wouldn't be scared of the Bills. They don't have a running game, Cooper. Why are you scared? If you know anything about football, right, you got to have a running game. Sometimes the Chiefs don't have a running game. You have Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you got Darrell, you got a few of these guys out there trying to do their thing, right? But it's not the same as like a Jamal Charles, Christian Okoye, Kareem Hunt. But they got Singletary and Breida, Zach Moss, you're fine. They can't run the football. If you stop their run game, then they throw too much. You can play zone. That's when all the interceptions come out from Honey Badger. You'll be fine. Chiefs are the best team in the AFC, and I'd be shocked if they don't go to the Super Bowl, to be honest. And then on the NFC side, it's looking like, probably 4 teams right now. It could be the Packers, the Rams, the Bucks, or the Cowboys. One of those 4 teams is going to the Super Bowl. And then I would say Chiefs on the AFC side. So we'll see. Best matchup would be Packers-Chiefs. But the matchup I want, because I'm a Bucks fan, I want a repeat. I want to go for 2. I want to win the Super Bowl again under these crazy circumstances with Godwin going out with the injury and all the adversity that we've gone through. If Brady wins again, I know a lot of y'all won't like that. But for me, it would be a dream come true. Just maximize this window while we have Brady, and I'm trying to go for Bucks-Chiefs rematch. So, and even if we went to the Super Bowl and lost, you're not going to hear me cry and make excuses. You know what I mean? Because I think if the Chiefs play the Packers or the Bucks, that's trouble, right? But if it ends up being Cowboys-Rams, the Chiefs want that, because then they probably gives them a better chance to win the game. But I wouldn't be sleeping on that Dallas defense. And one thing that all the teams have in common, is the defenses are pretty good. Run defense for the Packers is a little suspect. Special teams is suspect, right? But overall, the defense has done a pretty good job for the Packers this season besides the run defense, okay? Bucks defense is typically good. Obviously, our secondary has been banged up, so people have been able to throw the ball. Rams defense is primarily good. Cowboys defense is lit. So we'll see. No, he already said that he was going to do it, man. He said it during the raid, and you know what I mean? I ended up talking to him, on one of the last streams, and without hesitation, no. Because, obviously, I'm like the only Bucks fan on fucking YouTube that's, a big name, right? Is there any other big YouTubers that are over 20K that are Bucks fans on YouTube? No. You know what I mean? So it's like Grossi's a Packer guy. I'm a Buck guy. You got Sports Fury. You got a Cowboys and Bears guy. You know what I mean? You got all these other fan bases. Perna's a Bronco guy. Scooter Magruder's a Cowboy. So it's kind of nice. Everyone is a fan, of different teams, out there. And even though I beat him, because obviously if I knew Tom last year, we might have been able to even collab for that NFC Championship game. But yeah, I don't think that they are going to screw me one bit, man. He's a man of his word. He's not going to say that we're going to collab and then back out. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, I'm at 20,000 plus subscribers. I'm not a fucking scrub. All right. I'm the most underrated fucking sports YouTuber out there on YouTube, period. All right. The numbers might say 20K, but in my mind, I already feel like I'm already at like 100K. You know what I mean? It's like the views might not be there, just yet, or the people in the room, but they will be. You know what I mean? People are sleeping on your boy. I mean, I'm at 3.4, 3.5 million views. I've done over 1,200 videos, live streams, reaction videos, original content since 2017. So I'm keeping busy, and I got a full-time job. I mean, you got to respect that. You know what I mean? All the time and the effort and the energy that I put into my regular job, then this job. And then when I'm not on screen, I'm reading, I'm doing film study. It's like, it doesn't stop. You know what I mean? What this YouTube game that I'm in, it doesn't stop. Plus, I gave up a PSA 9 Michael Jordan rookie card that's worth like $30,000 and $50,000, for this dream. So I ain't going anywhere, man. Things are going to go up, up, up for your boy. Plus, also with me, I'll give you a stream that's a little different. You know what I mean? I try to talk to everyone in the stream. I don't like to ignore anybody. And, pretty much we can talk about anything. Just kind of like in Grossi's stream. I mean, whatever comes up, music, movies, whatever it is, you know what I mean? But I'm going to be entertaining. We're going to have fun. And there's never a bad stream. I mean, it's always going to be fun, entertaining. You might see your boy drink 2 beers, 3 beers, eat a bunch of gummies, but we're going to have a great time. So. Well, Finley, I told you, man, we're not a good football team. We got a quarterback. We got one good player on offense. No wide receivers that are going to the NFL. No tight ends. The quarterback is the worst one in 20 years. We have Travis Dye, the only good player on the offense. No Kayvon Thibodeau. We're missing like 20 players today due to COVID protocol or opting out for the NFL draft. So I knew this game was going to be like this. We lost to Iowa State last year. We lost to Utah twice. Most recently in the Pac-12 championship game. The other team is just better. So thank God we have Dan Lanning and Bo Nix, and hopefully we can be better and actually win a bowl game. Chiefs, Cowboys would be epic too. Yeah, I think Cowboy fans are dreaming for that scenario. And you know what? If the Cowboys made the Super Bowl against the Chiefs, there would be a chance that they would win because their defense is good. You know what I mean? Like if Mahomes kind of has an off game and, Trayvon Diggs gets another pick or Micah Parsons is an impact guy, Dan Quinn has already, he's already made a name for himself. He turned the worst defense in the league last year and the worst defense statistically all time last year and turned it around in 1 year. You know what I mean? Who would have thought? I knew Micah Parsons was going to be great. I did. You know what I mean? I watched him in college at Penn State. I knew he could be a top 5 linebacker immediately. He's that good, right? But no one saw the Trayvon Diggs. You know what I mean? We saw him in Hard Knocks with his son, talking about Dak Prescott. Oh, you Patrick Mahomes. And, his son is very entertaining. You know what I mean? But we never really thought that Diggs would be like the man, with all these interceptions. It's just crazy. I mean, he's already at 11? And he'll probably end up getting a couple more. So Dallas would have a shot. I mean, if they rode the momentum and Dallas beat the Bucks, Dallas beat the Rams or the Packers, like let's say that Dallas beat the Bucks and then Dallas goes to Lambeau and they win there, who's to say that they're not winning at all? Because usually the NFC, AFC championship games are better than the Super Bowl. I think we can agree on that. A lot of times the real championship game is the NFC championship game or the AFC. Those games usually are more intense. To get to the Super Bowl, but sometimes Super Bowls are epic and they're, you'll never forget the memories there, but sometimes the more memorable moments happen in the NFC AFC championship game. Sometimes just like in the NBA, the Western Conference Finals or the Eastern Conference Finals sometimes ends up being better than the finals. It just depends on who's in the matchup. You know what I mean? The Bills are the biggest threat. I don't know, man. You got New England. You got the Bills. I mean, who else? You got a lot of other bubble teams, Bengals. I mean, anybody can beat anyone. And the one thing that you got to think about in your head is like, all right, Mahomes hasn't been Patrick Mahomes this year. So if you have a good defense that makes him struggle, I mean, if you might lose. So it's like, but you got so many good things going for you right now. I mean, the running game started to get back in it, but then obviously Clyde Edwards-Helaire got hurt again. You got Darrell Williams, and you got a few of these other guys out there too. But hopefully they can put it together. But the defense has been very special the last 6 weeks for the Chiefs, and that's really what's got them back of being, the Chiefs that we remember. Damn, am I still here doing this game? 30-3? And at least I'm not surprised of the outcome. You know what I mean? Like, I knew this game was going to be like this. So. Odin's son. Yes, he does, man. He's a really cool guy, man. Like, I won't lie, you know, like back in the day, it's like, you know what I mean? I didn't know him, you know what I mean? Or like some of the other bigger YouTubers. And I was jealous, man. I was like, everyone else is growing. Everyone else is, you know, getting more subs, more views, you know what I mean? And it's just like, I feel like I'm kind of like stuck in the mud sometimes, you know what I mean? With the sub count and the donations and the views, you know what I mean? But I am very appreciative of all the people that I have in my life. Go, 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 Die, go. All right, that was a big run. That's got to be worth at least 7 right there, right? Give us like 7 points just for that run. It was exciting. Give us something there, you know. But, you know, like to get to actually know Tom and like watch what he does, I mean, there's a reason why he's the best, you know, in the NFL live play-by-play. I mean, he's a Packer fan. Packer fans are worldwide. He's got a lot of people that love what he does that aren't Packer fans. I mean, shit, I've even donated to him. And I've never donated to anybody on YouTube, let alone another YouTuber that's supposedly my competition. And I've donated to him. And I know that's probably something where he's like, wow, like this guy is, you know, someone that I rated, and he's, you know, he's donating $5, $10, $50. Like this guy makes like $1,000 to $5,000 like every game he does. He doesn't need my fucking money. Okay. He doesn't need my donation. You know what I mean? But it's not the fact that he doesn't need my money or not, but I just wanted to show some love back, you know, and I really am grateful and appreciative of what he did and what his fan base did for me. And I got Holly Hundo out of it as a mod as well. So it's like Holly Hundo's the main mod, one of the most famous mods on YouTube for Grossi. She's my mod here at Northwest Sports Fanatics. I got a little relationship with Grossi now too. And it can only go up from here. You know what I mean? Because once Perna and Scooter Magruder and Urinating Tree and Grossi, and once we actually complete the stream, I think a lot of people will be impressed. You know, obviously, NWSF fam, you already know what it's about, but a lot of the Grossi posse, they don't know. So, and I won't even be mad. I won't even be mad if I lose the Packers. I'll be happy for Tom. I mean, I know what the struggles, you know, 2 NFC championship game losses to the Niners and the Bucks, not being able to stop the run. And it looks like they can't stop the run again. So, I mean, hopefully if they go to the NFC championship game, hopefully they can stop the run. Because if they lose again, I don't know, Grossi might need a heart transplant or something. Because, I mean, that's a lot of pain to go through. And knowing that Rodgers and Devontae Adams might be out the door. You know, every Packer fan is probably like, oh, man, you know. Because if you got Jordan Love, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, you're going to be like a 500 team. Chris Guzman showing some love. Ooh, dude, thank you, man. From the Wild Goose, all love, dude. Chris, thank you, man. Thank you, bro. Dude, you guys are the best, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it always makes up for the amount of people that might be in the room or the total views of a video, just the overall love, you know, and appreciation per person. I think I get more donations per person than anyone else on YouTube. Because, I mean, I don't think I've seen any other YouTuber that's got like 15 to 20 people in the room that can make $500. You know what I mean? Like, it's just unheard of. You know what I mean? You guys are the best. And thank you for doing it on the Cash App as well, dude. And the shitty thing is with the donations. So YouTube and Google take their cut. You get your money the next month. So, you know, they take like, you know, 30, 35, 40%. Go, go, go. Touchdown, Ducks. Woo! Yes. We scored a touchdown. Yes. Travis died. That should be worth at least 14. Let's go. We're going to lose, but at least we got a touchdown. Hell yeah. All right. But, you know, as far as the donations are concerned, you know, I have to pay taxes. So this is like a job. It's not like, oh, I'm doing this for fun. You know what I mean? Like, they tax everything. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, you're taking a percentage away from me and then you're going to tax me at the end of the year. Come on, YouTube, Google. Aren't you rich enough? Let your boy make some money and grind. Uh-oh, we're going for 2 like we're Chip Kelly. Oh, he got it. 2-point conversion is good. What the hell is going on here? Bang! Chris Guzman, $20 dono on the Cash App. Thank you, man. Now we're at, what, 62? Thank you, man. $40 from Odin's son, $20 from my boy, Chris Guzman. My boy. The goose is on the loose. Thank you, dude. Appreciate you, dude. So we got $2 from Sarah Small. We got $20 from Guzman, my boy. All right. And we got 40 from Odin's son. Thank you, man. See, that's what really makes it worth it, too. It's like, especially when my team is getting their ass kicked and, you know what I mean, just to be able to vibe and hang out with you guys. And, you know, the donations are everything. If any YouTuber tells you the donations don't matter, they're fucking lying. Subs matter, views matter, but the donations, I mean, if you're not getting the views and the subs, you know what I mean, the way that you want, at least the dono part can help compensate for maybe the low views or maybe the sub count not growing as fast. That definitely helps, man. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. 30-11? Is it a comeback?
Re-entering data that employees could enter themselves. That's why I get
Gore. Yeah. But like I said, it's not the same as like a Kareem Hunt, and you guys are going to have to look for someone in the draft in the next couple years to probably be that 3-down back, because I'm not sure if Clyde Edwards-Helaire has got the – I'm not sure if he's got the strength and if his body is going to be able to hold up to be the guy. And let's be honest, Gore and Darrell Williams aren't starter material. They're change of pace back kind of guys. You know what I mean? You need that Nick Chubb. You know, you need that, you know, Jonathan Taylor. You know, if you have a guy like that, your game will change. Same thing with the Bills. You know, if the Bills had a Nick Chubb or a Jonathan Taylor, I mean, the Bills could go to a Super Bowl and actually win. You know what I mean? Like, but until they get that stud running back, it's never going to happen. You know what I mean? Because they're too one-dimensional. And then if you have a good corner that's on Diggs, you know, I mean, we saw obviously with Scary Terry McLaurin, you know, going against, you know, Trayvon. I mean, if I was me and I'm Washington, I'm like, dude, I would have went to Scary Terry like 25 times that game. He's at least the one guy that you can rely on. But obviously now with the reputation of Trayvon Diggs, it's like you don't even really want to throw that way. So if we lose this game, I will drink apple cider vinegar. Well, you might as well just get it open now, okay? Thank you, Chris. Chris Guzman showing the support and love, dude. And I haven't seen you in a while. I'm not sure if you've, you know, watched the videos and just haven't commented, or have you been really busy? But I appreciate you, man. It means a lot. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Means a lot, man. You know, I do put a lot of effort and energy in every stream, so. My boy, Guzman. The goose is on the loose. Yeah, I mean, sometimes, you know, you have an idea of how good a player is going to be. You know, but you got to remember, CEH in college with Burrow and Justin Jefferson. I mean, remember that game? Dude, Justin Jefferson had fucking 4 tutties. Burrow threw for 500. That was the best college football team ever assembled. You know, and CEH was the man. You know what I mean? So sometimes, you know, guys cap out in college, and they just hit their ceiling and they don't get any better. Or you're a fucking beast and you just know it, like a Micah Parsons, a Kayvon Thibodeau. It's like, if you're a beast in college, then you know you're probably going to be a beast in the NFL. If you're like good or pretty good in college, there is a chance that you might flop and you might not, you know, get a lot better. Like, you might have gotten to your peak in college. It happens all the time. Like, you can be a great player in college, but not really pan out on the NFL. I mean, I can speak of a lot of guys on my own team. DeAnthony Thomas, LaMichael James, just to name a few, Marcus Mariota. I mean, at least we got one. And Justin Herbert, he'll probably go down in history as the best Oregon Duck player ever. You know, Dan Fouts, you know, was one of the main quarterbacks, and I think he'll be better than Dan. So I think when it's all said and done, Justin Herbert will have an opportunity to play at least in one Super Bowl. It might be with the Chargers or his next team, but I think he's good enough if they have the right coaching and supporting cast, that before his career is over, if he plays 15 or 20 years, there should be at least a opportunity for him to get to an AFC championship game or two, and at least a Super Bowl. So I'm rooting for him.
Have you ever seen the stuff that went through the roof? They thought, oh yeah, do that. We'll get in the know. Enjoy the Motley.
Oh, you're doing the dad life. Nice.
Just like you.
Congratulations, man. What's your son's name? If you don't mind me asking. I don't got a son, but I got a daughter, Paisley, my new puppy. You know, she's about 4 or 5 months now. She's huge. She's definitely a talker, and a lot of energy and loyalty, and just lots of loves. You know, we just spoil the shit out of her. You know what I mean? It's just awesome. It's just like, you know, from a guy that's had depression and, you know, has been through the ups and the downs, having a puppy in your life definitely has made my life better. Like, I don't think I'll go down that downward path. You know, I mean, I think a lot of us have gone through that. I know Odin's son has gone through the ups and downs. I've gone through the ups and downs, and I can talk about it, you know, and, you know, sometimes things get rough. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, being like bedridden for like 3 weeks. That was fucking horrible, man. It's like, I'd rather be asleep than, you know, alive. And, you know, in reality, it was just a real rough patch, you know, for me and stuff. But, I usually don't get that deep into it. Usually if I get down, it might be for like a day or two. But if I keep myself busy and I do things that I love, like talk to you guys, watch games, and work hard, and, you know, try to make my dreams come true, and, you know, pursue my goals and keep myself busy. You just got to keep yourself busy, not to be sad or angry or, you know, or depressed. You just got to keep it moving. COVID's here. It fucking sucks. You know what I mean? You just got to be able to do things that make you happy. And usually I'll try to make time for myself to like watch Simpsons or, you know, Bob's Burgers or Family Guy or South Park or, you know, Rick and Morty. Just something that, you know, makes me happy, that, you know, can just kind of, you know, re-energize me. So always make time for yourself. 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day. Make time for yourself. You'll be really surprised, and laugh. You know what I mean? A lot of people don't laugh enough nowadays. Watch comedies, watch sitcoms. You know what I mean? Watch cartoons, something to make you laugh. You'll be really surprised, you know, when the emotions come out, if you cry or if you laugh. Like, you got to be able to let those things out. If you don't do those things and you hold shit in, it's going to eat you up. You know what I mean? You got to be able to let shit out sometimes. If something comes up and it's emotional, let it cry out. I mean, you'll feel so much better when you do. Laugh, you know, hang out with friends, enjoy life, man. Enjoy life. Cooper, I used to be when I was a kid, you know, Jordan and Drexler and David Robinson, Akeem Olajuwon, John Stockton, Karl Malone, Chris Mullin. I mean, I can go on and on and on, right? But the game now is like, I don't know. It's hard for me to watch. I'll be honest. It's like, I'm not really a fan of the NBA anymore. It's just like, you know, too many pussies out there, all 3-pointers, no defense, not enough superstars. I mean, I'll watch some after the NFL is over to maybe do some live streams or whatever, or maybe in the playoffs, but I don't enjoy the NBA anymore. I'll be honest. I don't really like it anymore, personally. I mean, obviously, I'll root Dame Dalla and, you know, CJ McCollum. I'll root for the Blazers here for Dame, but it's not like I watch every Blazer game. I mean, I'll do NFL games. I'll do college football, Ducks and all the college football. Reverse. Get him. Oh, not fast enough. And I'll do AEW. I used to do WWE, but I kind of given up on that. So it's pretty much NFL, college football, and AEW for me. But I will watch baseball. I like MLB more than NBA. But, I mean, if the matchup is good, you know, if Steph Curry's on, you know, maybe I'll tune in a little bit, or Dame Dalla, you know, or Giannis is in there, you know, a little bit. But I definitely am not an NBA fan like I used to be when I was a kid. The NBA used to be my number one. And I could probably think of 100 things I would rather do than watch the NBA now. Micah. Oh, yeah. Well, also, let's be honest, it's Dan Quinn, the defensive coordinator. And obviously, Trayvon Diggs, 11 picks. I mean, come on, dude. There's a lot of guys, you know, DeMarcus Lawrence being there. You know what I mean? Oh, he's bouncing out to the edge. The 50, the 40, the 30, the 20. Well, at least we got to 11. Nico. Good evening, Nico. Awesome, man. Congratulations on fatherhood. League was way tougher. I mean, I've seen Karl Malone elbow someone in the face and just blood a pouring. I've seen guys just like punch each other in the face and they don't even get ejected. Now it's like, you know, you grab the guy's fucking, you know, shorts or you touch their jersey and you're ejected. It's like, it's just ridiculous, dude. And all the flopping and LaFlop James and all that bullshit. Tackle him. There you go. Yeah, 80s, 90s NBA was awesome. I mean, I love 80s, 90s sports. You know what I mean? That was like the birth era of like the video games, the internet, all the greatest players, Gretzky, Tiger Woods, Andre Agassi, Pete Sampras. I mean, if you want to go to tennis, to golf, to Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, to Joe Montana, to Barry Sanders, to Bo Jackson, to Jerry Rice, to Michael Jordan. I mean, we want to go through all the sports. Ken Griffey Jr. It was just a special time. Hollywood Hogan, Ric Flair. Like, if you go through all of the legends, there was more legends playing or wrestling in the 80s and 90s than there are today. Like, impactful icons in the 80s and 90s, and it'll never be replicated ever. You know, the Scott Halls, the Kevin Nashes, you know, the fucking Hollywood Hogans, like the DX moments. Like, you're not going to replicate that moment in wrestling ever again. It's never going to be as popular as it was because those icons were there, and we grew up with those guys, and they were bigger than life. You know what I mean? Same thing with Jordan and Montana and Griffey, and you know what I mean? It's not the same anymore. It's not the same anymore. Yeah, Chief's gone chief, though. But, I mean, if you're young and you didn't grow up in the 80s and 90s, you don't understand how amazing the NBA was back then. Even the jobber players were better back then. Touchdown, Sooners. I remember when we had a defense. No, I don't. Because we never had one. Let the tears fall and the donations to keep going up because your boy's going to need an extra big box of Costco tissues. Fuck. Where's the defense? My God. Well, at least I'm not surprised. All right, at least I have a good attitude about it. Like, I'm not like, oh my God, what's going on here? Like, even if Thibodeau was playing, it's like, okay, I already know the outcome. I've watched enough football. I haven't got a Super Bowl winner wrong in like 20 years. I should start betting. I make a lot of people money, okay? I need to start doing betting, though. I'm a little superstitious, but I mean, I'm not going to be right about everything. No one is. But, I mean, for the amount of reading and film that I do, I got a pretty good record for predicting shit and talking shit into existence. That's facts. Yeah, Magic, Kareem, James Worthy, Byron Scott. I remember, dude. Eldon Campbell. I mean, I got the names that I have and the memories that I have. I can name drop NBA, NFL, college football, you know, wrestling for days. Taker, Savage, Andre. Oh, yeah. The dude, man. Come on now. Gary Payton, Sean Kemp, the Rain Man, Detlef Schrempf. It's funny that you brought Sean Kemp up because my boy Swaggy P, the Colts fan that comes on here, Sean Kemp is his like favorite. I mean, he's a Colts guy. You know, he's a Peyton Manning guy and Andrew Luck guy. But he loves Sean Kemp. He's got jerseys, you know, even Blazer jerseys of Kemp, you know, and Sonics jerseys. He's got the shoes. I mean, he's a big Sean Kemp fan. Love Sean Kemp. Detlef Schrempf. Irvin Johnson, but not Magic Johnson. The big center, Irvin Johnson, remember. Xavier McDaniel. Before there was DMX. Before there was DMX, there was Xavier McDaniel. And before Des Bryant, too. Philip Johnson, the little cheetah, Tyreek or Hollywood Brown? Oh, Tyreek, man. Hollywood Brown has got some wheels, though. Did they just fumble it? My God. All right, time to get donations for my tears and eat some of these gummies. I think it's time now because this is getting ugly. My God. Well, at least I'll feel decent in about a half hour. It's not going to make me forget. that I'm down 37-11. But at least we did get a touchdown. Remember at halftime what I said? I was like, I'd really be nice to get at least 14. If anyone's going to score, it's got to be Dye, right? And what happened? Dye scored, and then maybe we get another field goal, and that might be it. You know, best case scenario, we get to 20 points, 21, but I didn't know we were going to go for 2 and get it. But all right, Odin son, I appreciate you. Oh, he's open! Yes! The 20, the 10, touchdown, Ducks! Let's go! Okay, Thornton Jr. Where was this, Anthony Brown? Where was this? Dante Thornton. Wow. Okay. I mean, if we could have got a little bit of this early on, then we wouldn't be like bitching so much. And that's why I watch games all the way to the end. Because even though we're getting our ass kicked and even though the game is over, you know what I mean? You got to look at the bright spots in the game. And that was a bright spot. That should be worth at least 20 points right now. Let's go. Extra point is up, and it's good. Matt, that might have been from Matt in heaven. Okay. Okay, let's go. Hell yeah. 37-18. Well, that's a lot better than like 37-0 or 37-3, so I guess I can't complain. At least we're like making some plays. It's not often, but it's a blowout. But I mean, when those blowouts happen and you have like 0 or 3 points, those are like the worst. You just can't wait till that fucking game is over. You're like, oh God, you know what I mean? Like we can't even get first downs or anything.
Your trip now at visitsanantonio.com.
Let's go.
People everywhere living with type 2 diabetes are waking up to what's possible with Rybelsus. The majority of people taking Rybelsus lowered their blood sugar and reached an A1C of less than 7. Rybelsus isn't for people with type 1 diabetes. Don't take it. Or your family ever had medullary thyroid cancer or had multiple endocrine malformations. Get medical help right away. Lumps in your neck, severe stomach, allergic reaction. Serious side effects may include pancreatitis. Tell your provider about vision problems or changes. Vomiting and diarrhea may lead to dehydration, which may worsen kidney problems. Wake up to the possibility of lower A1C with Rybelsus. You may pay as little as
All right, I'm gonna do it. Hold on.
Ask your healthcare provider about Rybelsus today.
I never thought I would do this. But, you know, sometimes guys, you know, deserve to get some love. You know what I mean? I get on Anthony Brown all the time, the LeBron lookalike. All right, man. Here's your moment. Here's your moment. You are on the NWSF YouTube stream, and I actually put your picture up. Nice little shot against the Beavers in the Civil War. Anthony Brown. I guess he can throw the football to guys once in a while, once in a blue moon. Okay. All right. I see you. I see you, baby. I don't know how many more times we'll be able to see his photo. All right. It's going to be a long one. It's going to be a long one. Truly Green's in the building. Arc Omen in the building. What to do?
The Valero Alamo Bowl is brought to you by Valero. Essential products, essential for life.
Truly Green. What's good, Orion? Not much, man. I'm getting my ass kicked here. You know, at the last game of the year, no, I knew that we were going to lose by 10, 20, 30. But you know what I mean? You're a fan of a team. You grind it out, man. You know what I mean? Not every game is going to be a 30-point blowout. So trying to set the example what it's like not to be average and to actually be a Northwest sports fanatic, okay? Not a fair weather fan or a fan that just watches once in a while. I mean, You got to watch the good, the bad, and the ugly. That's what a fan is being about. So that these memories that I have of getting our ass kicked 37-18, that when we have Dan Lanning next year and hopefully we win the Rose Bowl next year and the Pac-12 championship, then that'll be a forgotten memory. I am really looking forward to that Notre Dame game. I'm really looking forward to the Rose Bowl. And if Utah beats Ohio State, that would be great for the Pac-12 because Utah is pretty legit. Ohio State will be favored. Olave, Wilson. I mean, look at these amazing players that they have. NFL, all NFL, right? But maybe Utah with that defense, they're fast. They believe in themselves. They're confident. I would not be shocked. Normally, I would say Ohio State, 100% they're going to win. But in this particular Utah matchup, there's a chance if they get off to a strong start, that they get up maybe like 14-0, they might be able to hang on and beat Ohio State. Ohio State's got a lot of runs in them, but Utah is pretty good. First down, Sooners. Caleb Williams throwing to everybody. Yeah, everything is good, Will, to throw. She's back home now, just relaxing, chilling. Yeah, and plus, most people know, I mean, I am the biggest Oregon Duck fan on YouTube and Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So it's like, when this game is on, whether you're watching it in entirety or not, I think a lot of people think, when the Oregon Ducks are on, they're like, oh, that's Orion's team, let's see what's going on, Because that's how I feel about a lot of y'all, with your guys' favorite teams. Like anytime I'm watching your team play, I think of you. You know what I mean? I'm like, oh, yeah. Oh, like the Titans are on. Jamison Meza. I imagine like he's just so hyped right now. Like I like being able to have those connections with the fans. And I think of you guys when I watch your favorite teams play and favorite players. Wow. First down, Sooners. Yeah, Utah's pretty fucking good, man. Like I'm rooting for them. I mean, I don't know if they can beat Ohio State, but I mean, we did earlier in the year, and Utah's better than us. So who's to say that and their defense is legit, Utah's. So, I mean, Olave's great. Wilson's great. It's going to be hard to be able to, compete with that roster. But if the defense comes to play, defense wins championships, and defense can win a Rose Bowl. But we'll see if Utah's up for the challenge. Because that was like their first Pac-12 win. Pac-12 championship win. So this is all brand new to them. But if they can go in there and beat Ohio State, that would be huge for not only Utah, but I would be really excited being a Pac-12 guy because our conference sucks. Let's just be honest. It's not good. And usually from year to year, we got one team that's usually decent, USC or an Oregon or like a UW. But usually we don't have Utah. Like we usually don't have 5 teams out of the Pac-12 that are like amazing. You know what I mean? It's usually like 1 or 2. Just the reality. Sorry, we can't be like the SEC or the Big Ten. Did he get in? Touchdown, Kennedy! Damn, this is getting ugly. I would imagine Olave will probably skip the bowl game. Maybe Wilson too. I mean, unless you want to get out there and try to win. I mean, obviously for Ohio State, you probably want those guys to win, and that'll improve their draft stock. But I guess if they're afraid to get hurt, like Kayvon Thibodeau Thibodeau knew that we were going to lose this game. There's no point of going out there and risking an ACL tear, and then instead of being the first pick in the draft or top 5, going to like a second round, and then the money goes down too. So, wow, 44-18 Sooners. Well, at least we have scoring. So, I mean, I know it's, it's a blowout, but at this point, it looks like Oregon might get to the 20s or 30s if we can keep going. I mean, we're definitely not winning, but it's a lot better than being at 0 or 3. I mean, we're getting blown out, but at least having 18 makes me feel a hell of a lot better than 0, 3, 7, 9. When you're under double digits, it's a horrible feeling, man. Yeah, no defense. Washington goes for Olave. I know the Saints would love a receiver like that. The Eagles could use one like that. I mean, there's going to be a lot of teams that could use Chris Olave. He will be the next superstar. He'll be like a Jamar Chase or a Jalen Waddle. Olave should be amazing right out the gates. I'm excited to see what he brings to whatever NFL team that he goes to. Yeah, Olave's nice. Wilson ain't too bad himself either. Wilson's kind of like Waddle, and Olave's kind of like Jamar Chase. They're just fucking really fun to watch. 44-18, Oregon Ducks getting their ass kicked, but you're still hanging out with your boy. We're at $62 in donos. Much love to you guys. It's always fun to watch Orion's teams get their ass kicked, right? But there's nothing you can really say to me. It's like, you can't really come in here and talk shit to me. It's like, Anthony Brown's not good. Yeah, I know. Anthony Brown sucks. Yeah, I know. Ducks suck. Yeah. I mean, we got 10 wins this year. I don't know how the hell we did that. I've never seen – this might be the weakest 10-team win team of all time in college football. I don't think I've ever seen a team as weak as this. This might be like the crappiest Duck team that we've had in years. I can't think of a team crappier. Honestly, I mean, besides teams that didn't go to a bowl game that year, you know what I mean? Like if we were like a 7-5 team, that's one thing. But as far as 10-win teams, I mean, we do not deserve to be ranked 14th. I mean, we should be like 20 to 25th. And Oklahoma should be like top 10. They should be like number 10, number 11. Shotgun set. Anthony Brown. Oh, at least he can do a check down correctly. There we go. First down, Ducks. For every first down the Oregon Ducks get, it's worth 10 points. $4:27 left in the third quarter, 44-18. My team is getting their ass kicked, but hey, I'm still enjoying my time with you guys. But at least we're getting points in the second half. Like it's the points are coming. But obviously, if Oregon doesn't have a defense, is it really surprising that they put up 44 on us? I mean, hopefully we don't let them score 60 before the game is over. But I mean, if they do, got to have defensive players, man. Oh, Anthony Brown. Anthony Brown. Nice block right there to help him get the first down. First down, Ducks. Let's go. The good, the bad, the ugly. You got to take it all, man. I mean, trust me, I've had a lot of bad years with the Ducks, a lot of bad years with the Buccaneers until as of late. Mariners are absolutely horrible. Blazers haven't been good since that year they overachieved and went to the Western Conference Finals against Steph and got our ass kicked. Dodgers ended up winning recently for my dad, which was great. So, I mean, oh, what a catch with pass interference. But, at least I've had a little joy in my life. Like my dad got to witness the Dodgers win their first World Series ring since, 1988 with the pennant. That was awesome, right? And they're always going to be a contender. They're always going to be good. They got money to spend. I got to see, Brady come over with Gronk and AB, and, we drafted Tristan Wirfs and Antoine Winfield Jr., and we got a Super Bowl last year. So, I mean, at least I got some bright spots. I got to see Herbert win the Rose Bowl. So, I mean, you got to take all the wins that you can get. Hopefully they don't call offensive pass interference. Incomplete. Boo. Oh, they pushed him out. Motherfucker. Dude, how are you going to go out of bounds and then make that incredible catch? You're doing yourself a disservice. Ah, brutal. Yeah, I love Ryan Tannehill. Like I said, he's my favorite quarterback that's not a superstar, even though he plays most of the time like a top 10, top 12 quarterback. This year, he's gotten criticized like a motherfucker. The defense isn't very good from year to year. We know that. We're just trying to get the Titans to have a consistent defense. They're trying, right? But, Derrick Henry injured, A.J. Brown injured, Julio injured. What do you expect from the man? And Jonnu Smith isn't there anymore. That was his check down guy the year before. But for a guy that played wide receiver at Texas A&M and then went to a lot of other teams and was a journeyman, and he finally found himself, I mean, he just needs a team to be healthy. And with that being said, all those guys are hurt, and they're still in the playoff push. You know what I mean? So it shows you that Tannehill isn't garbage. He might not statistically be lighting it up like the year before when all his guys were healthy. But I really like his confidence, his moxie, and who he is as a man. I could root for a guy like Tannehill. I would take him on Tampa Bay after Brady in a heartbeat. That was actually my two choices in free agency when we were signing Brady. My number one was Tannehill, and then he re-signed with Tennessee. So I was like, okay, that dream is gone. And I was like, oh, Brady would be a wishful thinking thing. I don't think it's going to happen. And then he came over, and I was like, oh my God, we got Brady. Like, this is wild. This is crazy. And then the rest is history. So, yeah, love me some Tanny, man. Anthony Brown. Yeah, we need to get offensive linemen, tight ends, wide receivers. I don't think I've ever seen a team for the Ducks either that hasn't had an NFL tight end or wide receiver, at least one. That's another big problem. You know what I mean? We got running backs that were like borderline, CJ, NFL, Verdell, and obviously Travis Dye are borderline NFL guys, right? Or NFL guys, maybe late round or undrafted, whatever, right? But it's rare for our team not to have at least one wide receiver or tight end that might be in the NFL. I mean, some guys might get drafted, but fumble. Yeah, I'm excited for this draft and then the next year's draft as well. I'm excited for every NFL draft. That's why I watch college football, high school football. I watch a lot of football because I think evaluating players is like my favorite thing to do. You know what I mean? Being able to watch the film and being able to show off my knowledge, flex my knowledge on the gram, flex the knowledge on YouTube. And, and obviously you can't get the knowledge without reading or watching film. I just can't watch SportsCenter and come up with all the takes that I have. What happened to my hands? Like, I haven't even watched SportsCenter in like 15 years. Like, no cap. Like, can't watch it, dude. A lot of programs that are on TV. And I mean, I'll watch Pat McAfee show on YouTube. I'll watch Good Morning Football and anything on NFL Network. And that's about it. I don't really watch Skip and Shannon and some of the other shows, Colin Cowherd, The Herd, and all these other shows that are on there. I don't really watch them. It's usually Pat McAfee show or Good Morning Football or anything to do on NFL Network. Shotgun set, Anthony Brown, 4th down and 5, going long, going deep. He's open. Touchdown, Ducks. I guess there's no defense in this game, is there? Hey, at least even though we're getting blown out, at least we're making plays. Like, where was this? It's like they almost are like doing it on purpose. They're like, just let Anthony Brown look good for a game. Where was this against Utah? Where was this? You know what I mean? Like, where's the defense? Let's go. I mean, it's an embarrassing game, but at least we got a couple of deep throws for tutties. I mean, I'll take that. You know what I mean? It's like we're getting our ass kicked, but at least you're seeing guys make plays, and then I'll transition into next year with Dan Lanning. Just the effort. Show me effort. And like, if we were losing right now 44-0, I would be really hurt. Like, I would still do the game, but like 44-0, 44-3, you know what I mean? That would be really hard for me to stomach. I can take losing, but I don't like losing with like zero effort. So at least that we got 25, that makes me happy. Like, could you imagine if we came back and won this game? Not going to happen, but that would be crazy. It would be like that TCU game against Oregon all over again, except we would be coming out on top.
So if people haven't watched the All-22, what can you get out of it? You see what
All right, 44-24. Clemson beat Iowa State 20-13. Maryland beat Virginia Tech 54-10. SMU and Virginia got canceled. Okay, what do we got tomorrow? North Carolina, South Carolina, Tennessee, Purdue, Pittsburgh, Michigan State should be fire for the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl. I'll probably watch that one. Pittsburgh versus Michigan State, number 12 versus number 10. And then on Friday, we got Cincinnati, Bama, and Georgia, Michigan. And I got Friday off, so I don't know if my girlfriend is off, though. She might be in here, so I don't know if I'll be able to live stream that first game. So we'll see. Unless I just live stream it from my couch with my phone. You think Cincy's going to win? I don't. That team has the least likely a chance to win. I mean, if Alabama is going to beat Georgia the way they did in the SEC championship game, they're not going to just roll over and fold to a Cincinnati team that might not even deserve to be there. You know what I mean? They probably would have been better off putting Ohio State in there or someone else, you know. Not trying to hate on the small schools because I love when the small schools get up there. But, I mean, if you're going to be going against the big dogs, I don't care if you're undefeated or have one loss. You're probably not going to be able to match up to a Bama or Georgia or Ohio State type of team. So, I mean, Michigan probably has a better shot beating Georgia than Cincinnati than Bama. And even with that being said, that might be kind of a hard task. You know what I mean? I mean, Michigan-Cincinnati for the championship would be wild, wouldn't it? He's carrying him on his back. First down, Sooners. I don't know how likely of a scenario that is. Cincinnati, Michigan, both upsets. And then who wins? Like, if you want the ultimate, like, underdog story, it would be Cincinnati, right? Cincinnati ends up being the champion of 2021. They beat Bama, and then Michigan beats Georgia, and then you beat Michigan for the championship. That would be wild. I would be for it, though. I mean, we'd watch it. You'd be like, oh, my God, I can't believe this happened. It's like the first time in, like, college football history where something that you want to happen actually did. Like, the underdogs found a way. Unless you're a Bama or Georgia guy and you're like, hell no, we need that rematch. But if you want ratings, you got to have Georgia-Bama again. End of the third quarter, 44-25, Oklahoma.
Hungry?
If you only need two classics like a Big Mac or 10 chicken McNuggets, just $6 for a limited time at McDonald's.
Empower your immune system with Mega Food supplements. Everyday moments are revealed in a new light. Because when you feel healthy, your world is more vibrant than ever.
You think Georgia would lose?
Supplements by pairing vitamins and minerals with real food and herbs.
I don't really worry about their defenses. I kind of worry about their offense. I don't worry about anything on Alabama. Offense, defense, their money all the time. But Georgia's defense is for real, but I sometimes worry about their offense. I'm like, what are they going to do, you know?
Real ingredients in real kitchens. When you order Chipotle, real food starts with you. Whether it's in restaurant, pickup, or delivery. However, you Chipotle.
Trying to get something to drink.
AT&T is America's most reliable 5G network, so now you'll never miss a moment. Great. Can you imagine what you do if you just cut out in the middle of the action?
I can. We would immediately start tearing out our hair and screaming at the top of our lungs.
Okay, that's very specific, like it's happened before. That network at all?
That's my decision.
Oh, wow.
Touchdown. Oh. It's not complicated. AT&T 5G is fast, reliable, and secure. America's most reliable 5G network.
One of these teams will make believers unsolved. The College Football Playoff National Championship game, Monday, January 10th on ESPN.
Money doesn't care about the make, model, or color of your new car. It's not excited about picking the perfect tile. And it doesn't pace at night, wondering how you'll pay for braces 3 times. It's not interested in the fact that you dream of going to Greece, or to college, or to a secret spot. The point is, money without people is just money. It takes people to turn it into the tastiest burgers in town, tree houses, and house houses. Only people can use it to run the family ranch, learn how to fly, or adopt a happy old dog. To us, the powerful thing about money isn't money at all. It's helping you harness the power of yours. On point. People are the
Milk does a body good, baby. Oh. All right, man. Last game of the year. I knew it was not going to be the outcome that I wanted, but I really am glad that I decided to push and stream today. You know what I mean? Because I was like, I can just watch it and scream at the television and do whatever. But it's like when I stream, it's like we're all on one big couch together, all across the United States or across the world. And we're just on one big ass lazy boy or big ass extended couch. And we're just all watching it together. That's what it feels like. And that's why you guys are the best fans on planet Earth. You know what I mean? Like a lot of you guys, are fans, but a lot of the fans are also friends, and it's cool to be able to make those friendships if I talk to you on Twitter or Instagram or Facebook, because I think my interaction with the fans is a lot more than the average YouTuber or even the most hardcore YouTuber. I think I interact with a lot of my fans more than a lot of the YouTubers, especially with like the comments. Most of the time I try to read everyone's, even though the live conversation might be getting backed up, but I don't like to leave anyone out of the loop. I want to make everyone feel special, everyone to feel acknowledged. Because, if you're on YouTube and you're in the chat, you just want to be heard. You want to know that your favorite YouTuber or one of your favorite YouTubers, that you appreciate them and you like what they do and support them. But it's always cool to get your questions answered and get shouted out. And regardless if you're donating or not, I get it, man. I'm a fan of people too. Facts. Big facts. All right, fourth quarter, 14:05 left. We're getting our ass kicked, 44-25. But, hey, at least we're fighting. And we saw a couple of deep throws from Anthony Brown, really pretty ones with no defense. I don't know how the hell that happened, because normally when Anthony Brown makes those throws, that's interception 99 out of 100 times. But for some weird reason, Oklahoma decided to play that coverage defense that Oregon plays, which is no defense at all. It is, just do whatever, look at your watch or, play on your phone or talk to someone in the crowd, and then boom, they get the touchdown over you, But we got two of them. So, for a guy that can't throw, even though the guy was completely wide open both times, still, you got to give him credit to get the ball placement there. So for a guy that normally can't even make a 5-yard slant to throw a 50 or 60-yard bomb, and it's up to the receiver or tight end to catch it. But, hey, that was a little impressive. I was like, oh, wow. One for the season highlight reel. It's just too bad it kind of happened in garbage time, but I'll take it. Nathaniel, I am too, man. You know what I mean? And I always get to a point sometimes it's like, I have two jobs, and, a lot of times you want to just like relax and, I'm snug in the bed with, the girlfriend and the puppy and with Paisley, and I can just relax. And Brent Venables. But it's one of those things that, like, I know after I feel like maybe I want to skip today, or no, I don't want to do this, or don't want to do that. But then when you push and then you do whatever it is, your dream project or some goal you have, or you're pushing to do something that's important to you. And then once you actually do it, you reflect and you're like, damn, I'm really glad that I did. You know what I mean? Because I know after like the first quarter ended, I would have been thinking like, oh, I should have streamed. You know what I mean? Like, that's how it always goes. Unless I'm sick, or if I'm like mentally not in a good headspace, because I have to be 100%. I can't give you a shit stream where I'm just like mopey and, you know what I mean? I have to, have a standard to live up to, with my energy. And if I'm not feeling it, then I'm not feeling it. But if I'm feeling it, I'm going to stream, and this is how it's going to be. 44-25, Oklahoma beating the brakes off of Oregon, but we've seen Anthony Brown show flashes of a good JV football player. A couple long TDs, okay? Maybe not good enough for varsity, but a couple nice JV tutties, okay? Yeah, me too, man. Will the throw. I even made a nickname for you. That makes you extra special, my dude. International fans, having people from France or Scotland or Ireland or Australia. It's super dope, dude. Like, you decided to find somewhere that people appreciate you. And it's not just me. Like, if you look at all the people, that show love to me and the channel, and then we show love to each other based off our favorite players or teams, we can talk shit and have opinions about stuff. You know what I mean? But the overall positivity normally to the channel and the support that we get from here is really cool. Always fun conversations in the chat. It's always meaningful, and it can be NFL, wrestling, life, movies, TV shows, depression, addiction, fucking COVID, whatever, you know what I mean? We can talk about it, but I don't think I've ever had a chat or a stream where I'm like, this sucks so bad, I just want to end the stream, or I just want to, like, the chat is, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really appreciative of every single one of y'all that hopped in the room, smashed the like button, donated to your boy. You know, if you're a lifer, some of you are lifers, and you'll be like, once I get to like that 25K, 50K, 100K number, you'll be like, damn, I remember when Orion was at, you know, 10K or 20K, or back when, you know, we were getting, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 people in the room. And then at that point, hopefully it'll be like a 50, 100, 200, 300, 1,000 people in the room. You know what I mean? Just got to work hard. And then eventually, you know, it's about the journey. You know, obviously if a dream was easy, everyone would do it. You know what I mean? So you got to hustle, you got to grind, you got to be mentally strong, and you can't give up. You know what I mean? Because people are like, oh, Ryan, you know, you're so successful. You got the, you know, 20K. But I mean, do you really think that I'm content with 20K? You know what I mean? Like, especially when I see other people doing what I'm doing, and they are way higher than me, like based off, like, I think just like the skill set, the voice, the research, the reading, the vibe, the aura, you know, the connectivity with the fans. Like, you know, this channel is way lower than it should be. Like, I mean, our channel is right up there with all the other channels that are at 100K or more. I'll tell you that right now. You know, so, but it looks like I'll be getting some support from maybe some of the strongest, biggest YouTubers out there. And once that happens, then it will start going up. And I mean, I don't know if they'll get the notifications. Seems like every time, you know, the fans come along, you know, some of them get the notification, some of them don't, but it'll be an exciting time, I'll tell you that. Having 50 in the room at all times, or 100 in the room at all times. We're just going to keep growing and growing the fan base, and having some amazing people to add on to the Fanatic family. But for you OGs, triple OGs, you know who you are. I'll never forget you guys. You know what I mean? You guys are going to be the most special to me, because you guys have been here for the longest. Nice play action right there on 4th down and 2. Gave him a stiff arm to hell. Damn it, damn it, damn it, to brimstone and hell. Good old JR, back when the Kane and Undertaker, when they be going out there, wreaking havoc. Oh, the good old days in wrestling, man. The NWO days, the DX days, the cruiserweight division in WCW, when Eddie Guerrero was alive. The good old days. Play action fake. God, Oklahoma's players are really fast. Like, you know, you just see guys move with the, you know, a little shimmy and the shake, you know, with the shoulders and the hips, and, you know, the feet and the arms. It's just like, you can just tell when certain guys, I mean, now they're chippy, they're all talking shit to each other, but it's just, you know, like the Justin Jefferson. Like, whenever I watch Justin Jefferson highlights, it's like you watch him at LSU, and then you watch him for the Vikings, and just the way he does his route. Same thing with Keenan Allen and Devontae Adams. It's just a real joy to watch guys break other guys off at the line with their jukes and their fakes and their footwork like a soccer player. But then to be able to do the proper shoulder shimmy or head fake or head turn, and then have the hands to back it up, to be able to make a grab from anywhere or one-handed. That's like, it's like the full complement of a wide receiver. You got to be able to, you know, shake a guy off. You have to be able to separate, get open. You have to be able to run all the routes. You have to have good footwork. You have to be able to be athletic, you know, have that agility. But then you also ultimately have to get in the fucking end zone. You have to be able to catch the damn football. You know what I mean? So it's like, I really do appreciate more the route running and that type of aspect from it, getting separation rather than just catching the ball. That's what you're supposed to do. You're a wide receiver. You catch the football. And if you're not good at it, you're probably playing corner or safety, because you can't catch. And that's why you're on that side of the ball. Unless it's someone that's so good, that's like, you know what, I'm as good as a wide receiver, but I'm going to play safety because I'm fucking Tyrann Mathieu. You know what I mean? Something like that. And then you're like, okay, well, this guy's got the knack for the football. No wonder he's good. He could play offense too. But you know, the appreciation for the stuff like that in sports, that's what I kind of see. I think a lot of people, when they watch sports, they watch it more as like someone playing like checkers. I'm playing chess. I feel like I'm on, you know, I'm watching things that a lot of people don't watch. But once I talk about it and bring it up to you guys, then you guys start watching those things, and then you get an appreciation for what I see. You know, when guys, you know, pull, when guys are great at run blocking, you know, and when guys can do everything on the offensive line, play multiple positions, pancake guys. Like, I think that aspect of football is the least appreciated besides maybe special teams. And those are things that should be really like given more praise and more like looks. D-line guys get the love because obviously they get the sack lunches. Yum, 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 yum. They get on TV. They can, do all their celebrations and shit, like the Jared Allen and all that. Miss him on the Vikings. Speaking of the Minnesota Vikings with the CP in the building earlier. He said, talk about being a Vikings fan. Yeah. Yeah, but sometimes your team is good, sometimes your team's bad. But at least if you're not winning championships, if you got fun guys to watch, that makes it worth it, right? I mean, not all of us can have Dalvin Cook, Justin Jefferson, and Adam Thielen, and Kirk Cousins. I mean, yeah, they could have a better quarterback, but I mean, look at the stats that he puts up with those players. I mean, it's like Justin Jefferson looks good from Kirk Cousins, right? Dalvin Cook looks good. So it's like if Kirk Cousins was such a shitty fucking quarterback, how would he be making these guys look good? Yeah, they still have to be able to do what they do, but Cousins puts those guys in positions to be successful with his arm and his throws and the ball position. He's just not consistent, especially in prime time or in general, to put him in top 10. We can't do it. But he's probably one of the better ones, him and Carr, as far as like the guys that are below Tannehill as well, because those guys are better than Baker. But for like that tier below the elites and the greats and the Hall of Famers, where it starts off like 11 to 20, those guys are right there. Kirk Cousins, Carr, Derek, and Tannehill. I think those are your probably three best after the top tier. And there's others up there too, because I already feel Joe Burrow is like a top 10 quarterback as well as Justin Herbert. Shotgun set, 44-25. Oh, they actually threw an incomplete pass. I'm used to those. Like watching Oklahoma have an incomplete pass is weird. It's like me scoring a touchdown. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Incomplete. Yeah, but once you start watching sports that way and you start seeing it like that, then it's fun, man. Like you have a total different appreciation of the game. That's why I love the game as much as I do, because I research all the levels. You know what I mean? Not just the quarterback or the stud wide receiver or tight end. It's like I like to look at the other stuff that makes football great. The coaching side, the defensive side, the O-line side. Very, very underappreciated. Like, I think they should be giving O-linemen love more like a quarterback. Like, they really need to give that popularity, like, for being like a Quentin Nelson. That should mean something, but it doesn't really mean the same as like a Devontae Adams or a Mahomes, or a Travis Kelce. It's like you could be the best offensive lineman, but most people don't care. Like, they would be like, oh, that would be great to have on my team, but they don't get excited the same way that like I do when I watch film and I see guys like that. I mean, it's like, that's the type of guy that you buy the fucking jersey. You see him pancake motherfuckers and not give up a sack all year. Yeah, that's worthy of me buying your jersey and being proud of wearing it, an O-line jersey. Field goal's up, and it's good. 47-25. They just did something that is rare. They kicked a field goal. I don't understand. 47-25. On the bright side, on the ticker, I've had Oklahoma up after the score, and I haven't had to change that all game, so at least that saves my fingers from editing that particular part in the fucking show. Gosh, sucks, man. Hate losing, but it comes from an easier place in my heart. I don't get pissed off. I don't get like angry like I used to. It's like if you're smarter about it, it's like, well, don't waste your energy on shit that you can't control, especially if you can kind of see it coming, What's the point? It's like smash a hole in your door or your wall, and then you got to take the time to fix it. I've never got really to that point, but I have friends that, get a little too emotional. Those people on the internet, like on YouTube, they're like, when their team loses, when it's like almost fake. Like they have like some, it's like on DVD, it's not live, it's on the DVR, and they have it queued up and they try to make like it's like a live shot, and their team loses in the playoffs, like, Minneapolis Miracle, and they like punch their TV or like throw it across the room and it breaks into 1,000 pieces. I'm like, I mean, are you really that gonna like damage? You know what I mean? It's like some of that shit is fake. I can tell, you know what I mean? Some of them is authentic, but you know how it is. People are always fucking try to do it for the clout and try to, get views and be like popular for 5 minutes. But yeah, that just blows my mind. Dude, there's no way in hell I'm punching my TV, even if my team loses in the Super Bowl or whatever. Yeah, hell no. Are you kidding me? It's an investment. You're paying some good money for the 4K or the HD. I ain't punching no fucking TV or throwing that. I'm going to take care of that shit. But you know what I'm talking about. Those people are nuts, dude. Good old JR.
No, it's more about the cheese sticks. Pizza sticks.
Walk in and walk out at Little Caesars with hot and ready slices and sticks from 4 to 8 p.m. Pizza sticks.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really gotten to. I mean, I know there would be times where I was like, I almost made it worse. Like when I would put the schedule on the refrigerator. So I'm always at the fridge eating or getting something to drink, right? So I got the wins and the losses and the score. So every time my team would suck, which was a lot, I would see the score week 1, week 2, week 3, all the way to like, let's say week 10. And it's like all L's or like mostly L's. And I'm just like, you're just staring at that. It was like bad. I probably shouldn't have done that. I thought I was like being like productive. I'm like, oh, I'm on schedule. I can write down the wins and losses and I can reflect on the number when I see it, when I grab something to eat or get something to drink, until it ended up being all fucking L's. And yeah, it didn't get ripped off the fridge though. You just got to be able to control it. But yeah, I remember those days. That was crazy. Loss week 1, loss week 2, loss week 3. Season over in October. Cash App is on the bottom of the screen. It's $ORION_NWSF. So if you look in the bottom of the ticker, I'll always have the game that's going on, the quarter, the score, a little message, and then I'll have the Cash App, and then obviously the YouTube Super Chat. You can do that option. But the Cash App obviously is preferred, just because that way at least I can get the full appreciation of the donation instead of you donating to YouTube and them getting like 35 or 40% of what you're sending me. Like, they got to make money, but hey, you got to fight the system somehow. You got to be able to, so especially if someone is going to take the time out of their hard-earned money to give to you. I imagine you guys would rather give it to me than give half of it to YouTube and then half to me. I mean, if you're actually doing the donation part, but I guess it could be worse. I mean, I guess they could take, 50%, 60, 70. I mean, you never know how bad it could get if money and the economy changed or whatever, but it's got to hustle and got to grind. Chief gone chief. Oh, here we go. Travis Dye. You see this? Let's go. Let's go, baby. Oh, Chili Dog. Tree Fitty on the Zell. Chili Dog. I had a feeling that there was something there. And if any time you do it and I don't see it, it's not like I'm not paying attention to my phone the whole time. Ooh. But you can always tell me in the chat, or I'll periodically look at my phone and I'll eventually find it. My boy Chili Dog on Zell. Tree Fitty. Good old Tree Fitty, dude. In South Park. Tree Fitty. 47-25. 8 minutes left. Could have been a lot worse. I was just praying that we'd get into the 20s. It didn't look like that was going to happen. I was like, no shutout, no threes. And please, get above 7 to 9 points. Like, get at least to 10 if we're going to get killed. And it's pretty much how I thought the game would go, but I thought that they wouldn't be scoring so much. I knew they would score a lot, and I didn't think we'd start off so slow. But, hey, you got to have a quarterback in the college football game. Chili Dog said, Isaiah, you couple books. And I appreciate that. Tree Fitty. Hey, Tree Fitty goes a long ways, dude. You know what I mean? Like, people think that the donations don't matter. Like, that Tree Fitty might go to like a Monster energy drink that I really need before I start lifting a heavy shit at my regular job, or whatever it might be. Or maybe it's a breakfast sandwich or something. You know what I mean? Like, that that shit matters. You know what I mean? That shit adds up. Because, I mean, you need things to be able to get your day going. And I know with me, a breakfast sandwich, something like that, at lunch or in the morning, or like a Monster energy drink. If I don't have those things, I mean, I'll do coffee once in a while or whatnot, but it's like, if you don't have that, you feel like your day's a little off, like you're a little sluggish. Anthony Brown going deep. Did he get it? Oh, touchdown, Ducks. Are you kidding me? Tree Fitty. Oh, who is this Anthony Brown? He's like, fuck you, Orion. He's like, I know everyone doesn't like me and I'm not a good quarterback, but guess what? I'll throw some fucking long TDs to this defense that's sus. I'm like, okay. At least now, once he's gone, this is the last memory that we're going to have. And it's not going to be like the Utah or like, oh, this guy can't throw. We know that he's got limitations. But to at least go out like this is going to actually be a good thing for Duck fans, because now we can finally accept him a little bit more, but at least doing something big, like show us, you know what I mean? Like, we know you can throw something or you wouldn't be playing quarterback. Why would we still stick with you? But I mean, obviously you got to have a shitty defense on the other side, or a team that just doesn't give a shit, or they just got blown coverage or whatever. But okay, 3 big plays. My God. I mean, imagine if we actually had a defense and started off a little strong. We could have won this game. I mean, we're getting killed out there, but wow. At least we're trying. That's all you could ever ask for. What the fuck is going on here? This game went from like completely over, completely kind of like at a stuck in mud, kind of a boring, just kind of like you already know what's happening. Then some scoring, then got a little bit more exciting. Extra point is up and it's good. And then all of a sudden it's 47-32. What the fuck? Wow. Shit. Keep playing like that. We might have to change the score to Oregon up instead of Oklahoma up. There's not much time left though. Hey, at least it's entertaining now if you actually stuck with it. And that's what sports makes it like. When you think about matchups and games, like anytime you give up on someone or something, too early, the ones that are loyal, that stick it out, right? And you get to see the full game, you have a better appreciation, because it's like everyone saw the blowout and some people stopped watching. But then if you would have stuck with it and watched it, you wouldn't have seen the amazing Anthony Brown throws and, leading to like 3 touchdowns that we didn't think we were going to get. So now it's like, okay, we know that a lot of us, have problems with you and you're not good, right? You're like the worst quarterback in 20 years, but at least you're going out firing, guns a-blazing. All right. And you're going to like at least make a memory. I mean, we would have been cool with just 1 long touchdown, let alone now you're doing 3, trying to like make us think that you're actually a good quarterback. Okay. A little too late, but I mean, I like the big playability. Finally, Still don't know how the hell we got to 10 wins though. Next year, hopefully we'll be better. The Rogers rate. Sheriff Roscoe, 70% to pass Hawk, 30%. Sheriff Roscoe. Yeah. 70 plus. I mean, the way that Oregon was playing before, I mean, it looked like we'd be good with like a field goal and then maybe a touchdown and another field goal. That's what I was going for. I mean, both defenses are very bad. That's the only thing you can, I mean, people are like, oh my God, all the points that are scored. And I'm thinking in my head, Jesus Christ, the defense is horrible. That's the first thing that I think when I see high score games. Like a lot of people are like, oh, did you see Mahomes with 5 touchdowns? And I'm thinking like, oh, fuck, that defense gave up 5 touchdowns. I don't know. That's just the way I think about things. Like I love the big play, appeal when you first hear it. But then if you think from like another perspective, like, cause I'm a defensive person, so I'm thinking defensive statistics and mindset first. Defense wins championships. Doesn't matter who you have at quarterback, wide receiver, running back, tight end. Battle in the trenches, baby.
Your C11 for impossibly convenient home cooking.
Oh, it's all good. Well, the throw. Well, not a lot of people, have the same love, for the Oregon Ducks. It's like you're going to hang out with me and watch the game, and you can just, some people maybe turn the game off and they just listen to me talk, and we have the conversations back and forth in the chat, whatever. I appreciate the support. Look at this lion. Oklahoma box. All that says is that lion is not special. All right, he knows. He's got the skills. Of course, Oklahoma is going to win. Oh, onside kick. That didn't go 10. 47-32, fourth quarter, 6:45 left. Technically, there is time to tie the game and go to overtime. That would be the best case scenario for Oregon at this point. Somehow, some way, get all the momentum and Uncle Mo to keep guns a-blazing, and somehow you score and then stop and they score again, and then you go to OT. That would probably be the best case scenario for the game. You know what I mean? You see all aspects of the game. It's blowout and then a little bit of a surge, and Uncle Mo. Uncle momentum is real, as you're seeing right now. There's no way in hell Oregon should be at 32. All right. Was 3 at half? Come on. 47 for Oklahoma? God damn. I mean, I love points and it makes the games more exciting, but it's defense. I'm oh man, definitely don't got a lot of studs out there. There's not a lot of NFL talent if you're throwing up that kind of points and yardage on that other side. That's what I think. 6:38 left in the fourth quarter. 47-32 Oklahoma. Boomer Sooner. Tweeter. Nate Broncos 9-9-1. I've been watching some old King of the Hill episodes. Those are great. King of the Hill. Watch it. It's good. Bobby is hilarious. Oh, fumble. Now it's they're trying to tease me now. We actually could have some kind of crazy Uncle Mo moment. And wow, are you kidding me? You know what I mean? See, then you see things like that where their opportunities are there. The ball is on the ground. You can grab it. And then this comeback actually starts coming to be maybe a possibility. And then the ball just, See, those are the moments that kill you the most because the chance was there, but there was just no one close to scoop it up. Man, what a comeback. 5:18 left in the fourth quarter. Shotgun set. Oklahoma. Flick of the wrist, wide open. Stiff arm to hell. He fumbled. Dude, 2 fumbles in a row. Am I talking this shit into existence? Dude, I am an alien, though, for real. The ESP. Just talk it into existence. You say something, then this shit happens. Or it happens very, very shortly after. Are you kidding me? Dude, there's one thing to have a fumble and it can almost go your way, and then to have another. Uh-oh. Oh my God, dude. Are you that's crazy, dude. 2 fumbles in a game that could be with the momentum and everything that's going right now. Uncle Mo is real. If you know what I mean? I'm telling you, I always tell y'all, Uncle Mo, if he calls, you pick up the phone. McKinley is an All-American. He is the second best player on the team. You got Kayvon Thibodeau. This guy is the man. He's NFL. He'll be a baller, dude.
He starts to gather the ball in. Yes, I think that's control. The defense comes in, takes it away. That's not fair. He had the underground offensive ball.
That's Oregon's ball, isn't it? I mean, what do you guys think? That was kind of close. That looked like, oh, he kind of swiped it away, right? To me, that looked like Oregon recovered with McKinley. I mean, he is an All-American. It's not like he doesn't make plays like that. Wow. Strip it. Trying to. At least we're getting the football back. There's time. All these guys want to fight now. And so what's up, bruh? You want to fight? Come at me, bruh. So you guys don't got no Nikes like us. Oh, man, oh, man. 5:20 a.m. He's like, I'm in Scotland, and it's 5:20 a.m., and I'm still chilling. Hey, but it's not like this is the last game of the year. Last game of the year for me. Season over. Good, bad, ugly. All right, now let's see if we can score quick here. If we can score by, let's say, minute 40. If you can score by a minute 40, then you still have a chance to maybe tie this and go to OT, but you'd have to score very quick. Not impossible. I mean, we've seen Anthony Brown throw it deep, 3 times now? And let's go. Uncle Mo is wild. Like, and you know what I mean? Like, that should be another thing that will be stolen from me, you know? We'll be starting to see that in, like, Madden video games, like Sack Lunch. Uncle Mo. All of a sudden, you'll just see Uncle Mo. Fuck. Penalty on the Ducks. Oh. Wah, wah. Wah, wah, wah. My. 47-32. I would assume it's roughing, right? So this is great. Automatic first aim. Awesome. Ryan Trick, what do you do, man? I knew we were going to get killed, but considering we only had like 3 points for the longest time. D Griddle. Derek, $10. Thank you, dude. Oh, Derek D. Griddle. Chief going Chief. Thank you, man. Thank you, Derek. Derek D. Griddle. Chief going Chief. Thank you, man. Means a lot. Is that your first donation to me? It's like one of the first, if not the first, right? I know first on probably the Cash App for sure. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. It's awesome, man. You know, it's like that type of donation really does. It's like it immediately goes in. Don't have to wait a month. Doesn't get taken away from. And then that goes to something really important, you know, whether it be like new dog toy, Monster in the morning, whatever. I mean, that shit helps. I'll tell you. Especially if you're a routine person going through the grind. So, oh, man, I just wish those fumbles would have went the other way. It's like one fumble, okay, don't tease me. And then like the football gods are like, okay, Orion's saying fumble and stuff. He's like, boom, how about another fumble? And we actually recovered it. And then, I don't know. At this point, we don't deserve to win or even be considered like close to even go to overtime or make a comeback. But it's just like when the possibilities are like right there, just to like, you got to grab it and make the play, or those are the worst ones because at least you had opportunities where the other team fucked up and you just couldn't get the football. But at least it's more entertaining than the first half. I was like, oh man, this one's going to be like 70-3. I was like, oh, this is going to be horrible. Chief going, Chief, my boy. Appreciate you. Yeah, I feel the same way. I think us hardcore fans, you know what I mean? Even if our seasons are kind of shit at the end, Florida Gators, Oregon Ducks, it didn't turn out the way we thought at all. we got to move on to next year, and then think about this year, and hopefully we don't replicate something like this and move on and get much better. And NFL's getting towards the end too, so got to soak it in, man. Like really soak it in. Every football game for me and like AEW, that shit matters. Like I soaked that in. I was like, okay, this is a vibe right now and a movement, and you got to like, especially with football, because once it's over, you'll be begging to watch anything. Reruns on NFL Network. I mean, I'll be watching. Anthony Brown, pass incomplete. That's the Anthony Brown I remember from the first half. The incomplete. Chief gone, Chief. Derek, my boy. Thank you, man. Appreciate you. Chiefs fan base is always appreciative. Like, obviously, there's certain fan bases that, really, really support the most. Chief fan base, it's probably right at the top. You got Chief fan base is number one, and then Eagles and Saints is up there. Oh my. Safety? And an injury? Anthony Brown goes down. Ty Thompson goes in. I don't want anyone to go out to an injury. Oh, this is just getting worse and worse by the minute, isn't it? It's like, let's break his legs. Suplex City. My name is Paul Heyman. And Brock Lesnar gets in there. F5, F5. My God. Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, it's like, normally if I was getting, so many donations, then it probably wouldn't matter because those extra donations would make up for the other ones for like the percentage that's taken out. And then you're making so many donations at that point, then it's, you're like Tom Grossi, you're just balling out of control. You know what I mean? But for the ones that are trying to get to that point, if you have that alternative option and it's like, you donate $10 and that's $10 of your money that you worked hard for. You give it to me and I get $9.90 out of like 10, rather than the other way around where it might be like $6, or $6.50 or something, $7. Anthony Brown, he's still in there. Anthony Brown doesn't even like throw like a quarterback, doesn't he? Like when you watch him throw, it's like trying to like compare him to someone. It's not like a Byron Leftwich type of like stance and stuff, because like Leftwich had his own stance, but just like a T. Martin, like from Tennessee, mixed in with another player. I don't know. I can't put my finger on it, but it's like that backup kind of vibe. You know what I mean? Like, just the throwing motion is Bo Nix. Dan Lanning and Bo Nix, baby. Throw Ty Thompson in, baby. I just wonder like why they haven't put him in, because he's highly like talked about. So he was the guy that was going to be the quarterback for the Ducks if they decided to bench Anthony Brown, Ty Thompson. But when you're like a freshman or sophomore, if they don't think you know the plays enough, then they're not going to take a chance. They'll go with the experienced vet guy. But God damn, it would have been amazing to see what potential, even if we lost games, like 2 or 3 more, but if at least I get to see some growth and that's the guy for the future, then I feel good about it. It's like, okay, I can see him struggle and make plays, but then knowing next year, with more time under his belt, under the starter, and you can gain that vibe and trust, you're going to have that guy for like maybe 2 or 3 years. That feels good. Instead of just like a one and done, or they transfer somewhere else. Like, fuck your program, I'm leaving. Kennedy Brooks, 14 rushes, 142 yards, 3 tutties, player of the game. Kennedy. I remember Kennedy in wrestling. WWF. Nice tackle on first down. 47-32. Well, the comeback isn't going to happen. But it was a little bit better than I thought. I knew it was going to be bad, but at least like when you look at the final score, it doesn't look as bad, right? I mean, 47-32 could have been 47-3. 47-3, you're like, oh man, Orion. You need to switch teams, my boy. That team is not good. 47-3. What are you doing? And he's got the gloves and the chain, still rocking. 47-3. Hey, 32, I'll take that. Was not expecting that at all. Oh, it's all good. I mean, we don't deserve to pump those legs. First down, Boomer Sooner. Yeah, like if Oklahoma actually lost this game, that would be a you wouldn't even be able to explain that to your family. Like, yeah, man, we were dominating the whole game, and all of a sudden we lost. Like literally. Like you might not even be able to bounce back from that kind of loss. Yeah, no run defense. We need it. Kayvon Thibodeau's in there. He's not scoring 3 times. Probably 2 times, but maybe we hold him for 1. I can't wait to see where Thibodeau goes. I don't want him to go to the Texans. Wherever he goes, he'll be an impact guy. Injuries will happen with him because he's just so physical, but kind of like a Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa. But when they're out there, very impactful. Oh, and he gets the Gatorade bath. There it is. Bob Stoops. Coach Bob. Coach Bobby. $33 would be the new 28-3. And that's funny because you're a Falcons fan and you're saying that. Bazinga. As Sheldon would say. You'll get there. And it just shows you it's hard to beat, Brady and Mahomes in Super Bowls. And like Kyle Shanahan, I feel is like, he gets ripped on a lot, but he's super intelligent. I think he's one of the brightest minds that we have in the game. I mean, struggled with Atlanta, but that was one of the most epic comebacks of all time. Oh, he's a legend. Bob Stoops. It's like when you start seeing like the legend guys that have coached for a long time at a program, it's especially if they've been pretty successful. I mean, Bob Stoops don't grow on trees. He's been a damn good coach for Oklahoma for a long time. Put Oklahoma on the map, really. I mean, if you think about it, Oklahoma, you know what I mean? Like OU. Oh, I hear him. OU. 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 Give me some bourbon. OU. Give me some whiskey. OU. All right. Minute 35. 47-32. Ass whooping almost complete. Insert ass whooping now. Hey, 32 though. 47-32. I can't complain. Could have been a lot worse. Yeah, you got to be able to joke. Oh, hey. Shout out to all of you. Appreciate you. I think we got $72 and 70 of it was on the Cash App. You guys are the best. You guys rule. 47-32. Appreciate you guys very much, man. Gang. Hey, we lost. Last game of the season. Could have been a lot worse. At least Duck fans now aren't fully pissed at Anthony Brown. We're like, all right, time for Bo Nix and Ty Thompson now. But at least you went out with guns blazing with some nice TD passes. Respect. You know what I mean? Your time was, it was over. But at least you didn't have the worst game of your career, and that's the last thing us Duck fans remember. At least you showed some heart, and I can appreciate that. Where was that ability against Utah? But some guys are better than others. You guys love Oklahoma's theme song. Bam, 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 bam. When I hear it, I remember the NCAA college football games because I usually play with all the teams or whatever. So that's what I think of when I hear like college theme stuff, like the songs and the band. I just think of the video game. All right, final score 47-32, Oklahoma 11-2, Ducks 10-4. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night. More college football, NFL in the near future. Appreciate every single one of y'all that hopped in, watched the game, donated. You guys are the best. $70 in the Cash App. Nice. That really is going to help, and appreciate you, and means a lot. And like I said, I will be back very, very soon with some college football bowl games. We'll have to see what the schedule is for Friday, just because this room might not be occupied by just myself. So if that's the case, then I might have to either stream on my phone watching the game, or I'll just watch the game and do another stream after. But appreciate you guys. You guys are the best fans on planet Earth. I got one question for you. Who talk sports like us? Your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics. Hey, we lost. We knew we were going to lose. But you guys are the best fans on planet Earth. Appreciate every single one of y'all. And be safe out there. I'll be back very soon. Gang.